I've heard of ride sharing, but marriage sharing, that's a new one. Tang Ning, the once famous model, retired for love, content to play a supporting role. But the night before her wedding, she unexpectedly discovered her fiancé, Han Yufan, cheating on her with her best friend, Mo Yuru. So, right there at the marriage registration office, she grabbed a man whose fiancé had stood him up. Since your bride didn't show and my groom ran off, how about we share marriage? Tang Ning had had a bit too much to drink at her bachelorette party. By the time her fiancé drove her back to her apartment, she was already drowsy. Han Yufan, the CEO of Tianyi Entertainment, was her fiancé. The man thoughtfully tucked her in. Are you so happy about marrying me that you got this drunk? A seductive woman suddenly wrapped her arms around him from behind. The man turned and restrainedly held the woman's waist. Yuru, don't mess around. Tang Ning just fell asleep. Mo Yuru asked sourly, what's wrong? Afraid your fiancé will wake up. You're getting married tomorrow. Don't you want to spend a night with me? The man enticed her seductively. Baby, don't be like this. Let's go to another room. Okay. Mo Yuru undid the man's shirt. I want to do it right here, in front of her. She's so drunk. What are you afraid of? The two quickly became entangled. Do you love her or me? The man chuckled. Of course it's you, baby. You know I'm just using her. Tang Ning, pretending to be asleep, clenched her fists. She couldn't believe that the fiancé she was supposed to marry tomorrow was messing around with his mistress right in front of her. The man shamelessly said, let's go to the bathroom. Isn't the bathtub your favorite? Mo Yuru giggled and pushed against his chest. You go fill it up first. After the man left, she came to Tang Ning and sneered. Tomorrow, I won't let Yufan have the chance to register for marriage with you. Because I'm pregnant. He can only be mine. Tang Ning's tears finally overflowed as she heard the passionate sounds coming from the bathroom. She felt her heart shatter. Why was God doing this to her? She wished it was all just a bad dream. But it was time to wake up. Han Yufan, that scumbag, had been deceiving her, using her. 3 years ago, she gave up everything, giving her spot as a top model to Mo Yuru. All her sacrifices had only paved the way for them. This time, she would make sure that the cheating couple saw how she would tear apart the green tea bitch and crush the scumbag. She would return to the peak of her career and find true love. Her fiancé had promised to go to the marriage registration office with her in the morning, but he stood her up, claiming his good friend was injured and he had to take her to the hospital. Tang Ning listened to the dial tone on the phone, despairingly reminding herself there would be no another day. Han Yufan, this is your last chance. You and Mo Yuru will pay for what you've done to me. Turning to leave, she saw a powerful figure walking towards her. They passed each other. Tang Ning recognized the man. It was Mo Ting, the CEO of Hairui Entertainment. They had met once when she was still famous. Was he getting married today, too? Sure enough, she heard an assistant respectfully address him. Miss Chi hasn't arrived yet. The man's cold voice rang out. Call the Chi family and tell them anyone who's late for their own wedding doesn't need to come at all. The assistant timidly reminded him, but the chairman insisted that you get married today. He said he wouldn't object even if you married a transvestite. The man curtly instructed, pick someone from Songming Garden. You have half an hour. Tang Ning looked at the man. Were they in the same boat? Yet, their situation seemed different. He was just trying to appease his elders. He didn't care who he married. Suddenly, an idea struck her. She walked up to the man and smiled. Mr. Mo, your bride didn't show, and my groom ran off. How about we share marriage? Mo Ting took off his sunglasses and looked her over. Marriage sharing. That's an interesting proposition. Seeing his apparent disbelief, Tang Ning pulled out her identification document from her bag. See, I even brought my household registration book. Mo Ting stared at her for a moment. What a bold woman. Then he addressed his assistant. Get me her information. The assistant, of course, knew who Tang Ning was. He immediately pulled out his phone, searched her name, and respectfully handed it over. Mo Ting scrolled through the screen, skimming the information. Tang Ning waited like a job applicant awaiting the interview results. 2 minutes later, the man succinctly uttered a single word. Okay. Now it was Tang Ning's turn to be stunned. He agreed just like that. Although it was a bit hasty, meeting Mo Ting was the biggest stroke of luck in her otherwise unfortunate life. A man like him didn't need love, much less stoop to using a woman. And she would make Han Yufan regret everything. Half an hour later, Tang Ning had her marriage certificate. She was now a married woman. After they got into Mo Ting's Rolls Royce, Tang Ning looked at him nervously. Thank you for marrying me. I'll cooperate with anything you need me to do in the future. But there are 2 things I hope you can agree to. The man crossed his arms with interest. Go ahead. Tang Ning spoke carefully. First, our marriage must remain private unless absolutely necessary. Second, you can't interfere in my personal affairs. But don't worry, since we're married, I'll keep my distance from other men. Mo Ting's lips curled into a slight smile. I agree. I'll give you time to sort out your messy past. Consider this a trial marriage. However, in 6 months, I will publicly announce our marriage. And I don't approve of separate residences. Move in with me within 3 days. Tang Ning hesitated for a few seconds, then nodded in agreement. Montag Ting smilet inwardly. He was rather looking forward to what surprises this bold woman would bring. After watching Tang Ning leave, he felt a flicker of anticipation. The assistant asked Mo Ting whether he wanted to return to the company or the family estate first, and to inform the chairman. Mo Ting didn't get in the car. Instead, he instructed the assistant, follow Tang Ning. Report her whereabouts to me at all times. As the CEO of a multinational entertainment company, he was certainly familiar with the name Tang Ning. She was once a sensation in the modeling world. 3 years ago, she rejected a lucrative offer from a top modeling agency and signed with the obscure Tianyi Entertainment. She was also romantically involved with its owner, Han Yufan. Now it seemed her story wasn't so simple. The girl was stood up by her fiancé at the marriage registration office. As the saying goes, 3-legged toads are rare, but 2-legged men are everywhere. In a fit of pique, she grabbed the nearest man and got married. It wasn't until she was back in her car that Tang Ning realized what she had done. She had actually married a stranger. But what was done was done. She had no regrets. Just as she was about to start the car, her phone buzzed. It was her scumbag ex-fiancé, Han Yufan. As soon as she answered, he anxiously asked where she was. Tang Ning tried to keep her voice calm. At the marriage registration office. About to go home, Han Yufan ordered her, didn't we agree to postpone the registration because Yuru was injured? She has a very important show. I need you to walk it for her. I'll have the makeup artist give you a mask. No one will know it's you. It's settled. Seeing that Tang Ning didn't respond, he switched to a coaxing tone. We're about to get married. Help Yuru out. It's good for the company, and it's good for our future. He thought this foolish woman was always easy to persuade and would definitely agree. Sure enough, Tang Ning said meaningfully, I'll definitely help her out. What she really meant was, not just her, but you too. I'll help you both straight to hell. After hanging up, she decided to inform her agent, Long Jie. Her agent was furious. Han Yufan wants you to walk for that sickly Mo Yuru. Has he lost his mind? Tang Ning stepped on the gas. I've already agreed. Mo Yuru has schemed so hard to be one of the top 10 models. How can we not lend a hand? Go to the hospital and get proof. That homewrecker is pregnant with Han Yufan's child. Also, prepare evidence of Han Yufan using me for the show in advance. Mo Ting's assistant followed Tang Ning to the jewelry show venue. After learning that she was going to walk for Mo Yuru, he immediately called his boss. Mo Ting instructed him to make arrangements immediately. He wanted to go to the venue himself. In the dressing room, Tang Ning had already changed into her outfit and had her makeup done. Looking at her reflection in the mirror, she admired her statuesque figure. She sneered, Mo Yuru, I could give you the top model spot back then, and I could take it back now. Then she picked up a golden mask and slowly put it on. The show quickly reached its climax. Tang Ning descended from the ceiling, reclining on a wicker chair. All the spotlights were focused on her. The audience was captivated by her long, slender legs. The designer noticed her bare wrist and asked in confusion, where's the crown star, the show's centerpiece? The assistant pointed excitedly, look, it's on her ankle. Tang Ning elegantly showcased the crown heart on her ankle. After all, her legs were once considered among the most beautiful in the world. Using her to generate hype for Mo Yuru, that woman wasn't losing out. The audience erupted in thunderous applause. As she held the final pose, the jewelry show came to a perfect end. The designer was very satisfied with Tang Ning's performance and led her to the front to acknowledge the audience. But no one expected a sharp voice to suddenly ring out from the audience. That's not right. That's not Mo Yuru. I've seen Mo Yuru in person. Her legs aren't that long. The girl had deliberately used her long legs to her advantage, walking the show for her former best friend as a way to get revenge on her scumbag ex-fiancé. Sure enough, some audience members suspected that the masked figure wasn't Mo Yuru. The crowd instantly erupted in a frenzy. Who is that on stage? Is Tianyi Entertainment running a scam? The questioning voices grew louder. The designer looked at the woman beside him suspiciously. Could you please remove your mask to confirm your identity? Tang Ning acted hesitant, then sighed and slowly removed the mask. Someone recognized the has-been model. It's Tang Ning. Wasn't she blacklisted 3 years ago? Is this some kind of publicity stunt? Reporters quickly swarmed around her, snapping photos and firing questions. Miss Tang, can you explain what's going on? The jewelry show specifically invited Mo Yuru. Why did you end up replacing her? Are you trying to take advantage of Mo Yuru's injury to steal her endorsement? The reporter's questions became increasingly pointed. You washed-up model, using Yuru for publicity. Someone even deliberately shoved her. Tang Ning nearly fell from the push, but she remained silent. The designer, unaware that Tang Ning was once a top model, roared angrily, I wanted a Mo Yuru. You gave me a third-rate model. I'm going to sue Tianyi Entertainment. This is fraud. And you'll see me in court. Get out. You don't deserve to be on my runway. Tang Ning fought back the humiliation, telling herself, hold on. It's not time yet. A deep, magnetic voice came from nearby. Someone should get out, but it's not her. It's you. The reporters turned in surprise. Mo Ting, the CEO of Hai Rui Entertainment, stood at the edge of the runway, his face impassive. He looked coldly at the designer. I can make your brand disappear from this city. Your manners don't seem to match the quality of your jewelry. Tang Ning was stunned. Why was her new husband, whom she had only met twice before, here? The reporters grew apprehensive. What's the relationship between Mr. Mo and Tang Ning? Mo Ting walked towards Tang Ning. Standing together, they looked like a prince and princess from a fairy tale. Tang Ning looked at him in surprise. Although they were married, they were practically strangers who had barely met. She hadn't expected him to speak up for her. The man looked at her tenderly. Don't worry, I'm here. The designer's face was incredibly embarrassed. I'm sorry, Mr. Mo. I didn't know the relationship between you and this lady. Mo Ting glanced at him. You're mistaken. There's no relationship between us. I simply don't think highly of your character. The designer was speechless. Dismissing any connection with Tang Ning, Mo Ting prepared to leave. Before he left, he turned back to the media and said, but it's undeniable. She will be a star in the modeling world. Tang Ning stared blankly at his retreating figure. Does this man really have that much faith in me? The newlywed wife, who had only met him twice before getting their marriage license, was being challenged on the runway. Her aloof husband arrived in person and powerfully defended his wife, making Tang Ning feel a touch of warmth in her heart. After changing, she quietly slipped out the side door and found Mo Ting waiting for her in a sports car. The man coldly uttered 2 words, get in. Tang Ning obediently walked over. Her new husband was unexpectedly protective. Tang Ning was still full of gratitude for his actions today. A faint smile played on Mo Ting's lips. Do you think I'm the kind of person who would tolerate someone publicly bullying my new wife? Tang Ning said somewhat humbly, actually, I don't deserve your help. I deliberately let people recognize me. Montak Ting nodded. I know. Tang Ning looked at him incredulously. Then why did you come on stage to help me? The man smiled. Only, if you can't find a way to deal with the other party, you can tell me. This way of hurting the enemy 1,000 and yourself 800. Are you an idiot? Tang Ning thought, why does such a seemingly good person have to have such a sharp tongue? The little bit of gratitude she felt for him instantly vanished. Mo Ting asked her where she wanted to go. Tang Ning hesitated for a few seconds. Back to our home. The man was momentarily stunned. What did you say? Tang Ning replied, as if it were obvious. Aren't we married? Of course we're going home together. Mo Ting looked at her seriously. Think carefully. We're not only married, tonight is also our wedding night. Tang Ning blushed and nodded firmly. I'm ready to be Mrs. Mo Ting took her to a 5-star hotel and said casually, there wasn't time to prepare at home, so I had my assistant arrange this hotel suite. We'll stay here tonight. Tang Ning blushed and nodded. After a romantic candlelit dinner, the man seemed to sense her nervousness. He held her hand and said sincerely, I'll go take a shower first. I'll give you time to think it over. If you still have reservations, our wedding night doesn't have to be tonight. Tang Ning blushed as she looked at him. This man, who appeared so domineering, was actually so considerate. Mo Ting quickly finished a shower and came out wrapped only in towel. It had to be said, his 8-pack abs were quite impressive. He put his arm around Tang Ning's slim slender waist. So, have you made up your mind? Suddenly, she slipped. She fell directly onto the bed, on top of him. Mo Ting looked at her with restraint. Once you become mine, there's no chance of turning back. Tang Ning said firmly, there's no need to turn back. I've thought it through. As soon as she finished speaking, Mo Ting no longer held back. He cupped the back of her neck and kissed her lips. Tang Ning's head puset. Such a gentle kiss, gentle enough to make her heart race. Just as she was slowly losing herself in it, the man suddenly flipped their positions. It's too late to regret it now. Tang Ning trembled and couldn't help but cry out. The man froze. Damn it, she was still. After seeing the video of Tang Ning's runway walk, the cheating couple, Mo Yuru said furiously, look, Tang Ning deliberately wanted to be recognized. She knew the difference between me and her. She stamped her foot. Han Yufan subconsciously still believed in Tang Ning. She's not that kind of person. Besides, it's not the first time she's walked for you. Mo Yuru became even angrier. Are you saying I'm wronging her? Don't be stupid. This has been exposed. Someone has to take responsibility. Do you want the company to take the blame? And Yufen looked at her questioningly. So what do you mean? Mo Yuru sat seductively on his lap. Anyway, you and Tang Ning are about to get married. She won't be in this industry anymore. For the sake of Tianyi, you have to immediately claim you knew nothing about this. We were both unaware. It was Tang Ning who wanted to create hype, so she hid it from us and went to be a stand-in model. Han Yufan nodded in agreement. It seems that's the only way now. The two couldn't help but kiss passionately. Mo Yuru sneered inwardly. Tang Ning, you'll never climb out from under my feet. Just as the two were lost in each other, the phone suddenly rang. As soon as he answered, his assistant said urgently, Mr. Han, quickly look at the entertainment headlines. Tang Ning's agent had posted online. Han Yufan's heart sank. He suddenly had a bad feeling. Tang Ning had just finished showering and was about to dry her hair. But Mo Ting took her hand first. Let me help you. The man gently dried her hair. Tang Ning blushet. A feeling of warmth and security rose in her heart. Mo Ting's lips curved slightly upwards. Just dry her hair, and she was this happy. Go change your clothes. Don't catch a cold. Just then, the phone rang. It was her ex-fiancé, Han Yufan. Tang Ning felt a little awkward. Mo Ting picked up the phone and raised an eyebrow seductively. So, do you want me to answer? Although I don't like you having anything to do with other men, it's not the right time yet. He handed her the phone. Tang Ning didn't avoid the call and pressed the answer button. Han Yufan's anxious voice came through the phone, asking where she was. Tang Ning calmly replied, I'm hiding because I'm afraid the reporters will find me. Han Yufan patiently asked, so, you don't know about Sister Long? Tang Ning started feigning ignorance. The place I'm hiding is pretty remote. I can't get any news. What happened? Han Yufan suppressed his irritation. Thanks to your agent, Tianyi is in big trouble now. Come back as soon as possible. I'll arrange a press conference for you. You can explain everything to everyone and clear Tianyi's name. After hanging up, Tang Ning glanced at the trending entertainment news and sneered. He wants to make her take the fall again. Does he think she's still that stupid? Mo Ting suddenly snatched her phone and quickly dialed a number. I've saved my number in your phone. Call me anytime if anything happens. Remember, don't let yourself be wronged. Tang Ning murmured her thanks. The man pulled her closer. You call me the wrong thing. Do you know what you should call me? I won't let you go otherwise. Blushing, Tang Ning awkwardly mumbled, husband. Mo Ting revealed a satisfied smile. Go change. I'll take you there. Half an hour later, he dropped Tang Ning off near Tianyi Entertainment. Before she got out of the car, he held her and reminded her, remember what you promised me. Keep her distance from other men. Tang Ning reassured him, don't worry. Besides you, I won't have any other men. Life was all about acting. Tang Ning arrived at the company with an aura of confidence. She pushed open the door and entered her ex-fiancé's office. Han Yufan, with a gloomy expression, threw the newspaper and documents in front of her. You really didn't know what Sister Long was doing. How could a small-time agent like her dare to do this without your consent? Tang Ning put on a wronged expression and said tearfully, we were about to get married. Why would I do something like this? Wouldn't that be pushing you away with my own hands? Han Yufan angrily grabbed her wrist. At the jewelry show, why did you wear the heart of the crown on your ankle? You know that the most obvious difference between you and Yuru is your legs. Listening to his accusations, Tang Ning realized how foolish she had been. Every time he defended Mo Yuru like this, she actually believed it was for the future of the company. Now she realized he was only protecting Mo Yuru. However, it wasn't time to expose him yet, so she earnestly explained, I couldn't wear the heart of the crown at the time. I had no choice but to wear it as an anklet. Mo Yuru's assistant was also there. You can ask him. Han Yufan pressed her. Are you saying I shouldn't have asked? He said you did it all on your own. Tang Ning pretended to be disappointed and sobbed, tears streaming down her face. I'm your fiancé. Would you rather believe a stranger than me? Yesterday was supposed to be our wedding day. Han Yufan looked down at her. Regardless, the damage is done. They've already sued us for breach of contract. And thanks to your agent, the public outcry against Tianyi is growing louder. You will bear the consequences. Besides, you're about to be my wife. Do you want my career to be ruined because of this? For me, for Tianyi, you must come forward and explain to the public that this was all your agent's hype and has nothing to do with Tianyi. Tang Ning slapped his hand away. Sister Long's hype. What's the difference between that and admitting I did it myself? Every time, you ask me to take Mo Yuru's place on the runway. Just because I'm marrying you, do I deserve to be the scapegoat? Han Yufan's face was cold. I don't care. Being recognized is your responsibility. Tang Ning's tears fell to the floor one by one. He wasn't even bothering to pretend anymore. Does he really think I'm a fool to be used and discarded? She deliberately covered her face and sobbed heartbrokenly. Han Yufan sighed impatiently. This woman is such a hassle. He reached out and embraced her, trying to soothe her. I'm just anxious, and this is the only time. After we get married, I'll treat you twice as well. Tang Ning sneret inwardly. Doesn't he feel guilty saying that? She nodded. Okay, I'll compromise, but I'm not admitting to the hype. I'm just trying to protect your career. But this is the last time. Han Yufan finally breathed a sigh of relief. I promise there won't be a next time. I'm sorry, baby. His inner monologue was, you stupid woman. You'll fall for it again next time. After we get married, you'll be at my mercy. After they reached an agreement, Tang Ning went to the restroom and immediately called Sister Long. Han Yufan wants to make me a scapegoat. I'll publicly apologize and admit to the hype at 3 p.m. After that, release the photos of him and Mo Yuru at the hospital. Sister Long's voice was full of fighting spirit. Leave it to me. The scumbag ex-fiancé, in order to coax the girl into being a scapegoat for the company, decided to take her to a candlelit dinner. Han Yufan considerately said, I ordered your favorite sirloin steak. Tang Ning froze. She had been with him for almost 5 years, and he didn't even remember her preferences. How ironic. Han Yufan looked at her in confusion. Don't you like it? Tang Ning was about to speak when the waiter, holding a tray, suddenly came to the table with a smile. Miss Tang, we have your favorite filet mignon today. Congratulations on your upcoming wedding. Han Yufan's face turned slightly awkward. Did your taste change? Tang Ning glanced at him and ignored him. She looked up at the waiter and thanked him, correcting him. We're not married yet, but you're so thoughtful. You remembered after I only mentioned it once. After the waiter politely left, Han Yufan was a little embarrassed. Next time, I'll definitely remember what my wife likes to eat. Tang Ning said expressionlessly, let's eat. We still have to rehearse later. Just then, her phone dinged. She received a message from 0819, the contact name she had for Mo Ting. It was also their wedding date. I had the steak sent over. The chef wanted to wish us a happy wedding. Tang Ning looked around, but didn't see him. Han Yufan asked, puzzled, what are you looking at? Tang Ning shook her head, put down her phone, and calmly changed the subject. When are we registering our marriage? Han Yufan poured her some red wine. After this blows over. You know, Yuru is in the running for top 10 model of the year. This is a crucial time for her career. It's a good thing you were there. Otherwise, Yuru might have been ruined. Tang Ning smilet manning shuli. I'll make sure you compensate me double for this. At 3 p.m., escorted by bodyguards, she arrived at the press conference. Reporters immediately started clamoring, Tang Ning, are you doing this for publicity? You and Mo Yuru are both Tianyi models, but she's had all the work lately. Are you jealous of her fame and unhappy with Tianyi sidelining you? Faced with the sudden chaos, the company's team quickly stepped in to maintain order, finally giving Tang Ning a chance to speak. First, I want to apologize to everyone. The Crown of Hearts runway show was my own doing. It has nothing to do with my company or Miss Mo Yuru. The room erupted in an uproar. I can't believe it's true. How can someone be so shameless? Tang Ning clenched her fists and continued, I was indeed seeking publicity, but my agent knew nothing about it. I used him. I will take full responsibility. Thank you for your oversight. Faced with her confession, the reporters were momentarily stunned. Tang Ning thought it was over, but Han Yufan had another trick up his sleeve. He deliberately told the media, this isn't the first time, but the company and I are willing to give her one last chance. We hope she'll learn her lesson and fulfill her duties as a model. Tang Ning remained silent. His words effectively framed all the shows she had previously walked for Mo Yuru as publicity stunts. Han Yufan, you're truly ruthless. She bowed deeply to the media, sneering inwardly. I'll let you gloat for 2 more days. Just wait and see. Mo Ting's assistant, who had been following Tang Ning, quickly reported everything to her boss. Should we do something to help Miss Tang? Mo Ting thought for a few seconds. Not yet. Let's see how she handles it. My wife isn't someone who can be easily defeated by such petty tactics. The girl took the blame for her scumbag ex-fiancé, only to be met with even more aggressive behavior. Han Yufan said, feigning concern, your image has hit rock bottom, so I've arranged some activities to try and salvage your public image. Yuru is injured. You should go apologize to her. Play the victim card. Looking at Han Yufan's face, Tang Ning realized he hadn't always been this despicable. Mo Yuru clearly wanted to humiliate her. The two of them were shamelessly twisting the truth, a truly well-matched pair. Han Yufan continued, it's just for show, and it'll be on a live stream, just for a few minutes. He assumed Tang Ning would refuse, but she readily agreed. Incredulous, he confirmed again, you're really willing to go. Tang Ning smiled and nodded again. Han Yufan was surprised. She agreed to even this unreasonable request. Could she really love him this much? There are still a lot of reporters outside. I'll have someone cover you. Tang Ning got into the car, completely unfazed. She knew the more arrogant Mo Yuru acted now, the harder her fall would be when the truth came out. After the assistant dropped her off at the hospital, Tang Ning quietly sent Mo Ting a message. Husband, don't worry. I can handle this. Also, could you send someone to pick me up from the hospital tonight? I still don't know the address of our new home. Mo Ting, who was in a meeting, received the message and, unbelievably, paused the meeting. The company executives all stared at him in astonishment. President Mo never looks at his phone during meetings. This is a once-in-a-lifetime event. Who is this deity that's captured his attention? Lu Che, his assistant, the only one who knew the truth, pushed up his glasses with a sigh. The pain of not being able to share gossip. I'll bear it alone. Before Tang Ning even reached Mo Yuru's room, she noticed several reporters lurking by the door. Her phone buzzed twice. It was a reply from Mo Ting, be good. I'll pick you up later. Seeing that be good, Tang Ning couldn't help but smile, trying to imagine what it would be like to hear him say it in person. Behind her, Mo Yuru's assistant sneered, still so happy, huh? You'll regret it soon enough. Tang Ning then sent a message to her agent, Long Jia, are you ready? Long Jia quickly replied, got the receipts. I'm going to crush them. With everything in place, Tang Ning put on her sunglasses, took a deep breath, and, with her assistant clearing the way, made her way into the VIP room. Mo Yuru watched her with a smug look. You fool, you actually took the fall. From now on, I'll climb higher and higher, and the CEO's wife of Tianyi will be me. Tang Ning couldn't believe her scumbag ex-fiancé was making her apologize to his mistress. But for the sake of her revenge plan, she had to play the part. She saw Mo Yuru lounging on the hospital bed. Mo Yuru thought, this woman is really ruthless to herself. To stop me from marrying Han Yufan, she actually went so far as to injure her own leg. A smile appeared on Mo Yuru's face. I heard from Mr. Han about recording a 3-minute live video. We're good friends. I'm willing to help you with this, to lessen the public's misunderstanding. Tang Ning had truly never met someone so shameless. She clenched her fists, telling herself she had to keep enduring. Mo Yuru's assistant stepped forward gloatingly. We've even prepared the scenario. Later, the doctor will come to change Yuru's bandages. At that time, to highlight your sincerity, we've arranged for you to wipe Yuru's feet. This way, netizens will feel your remorse. Tang Ning sneered inwardly. Wipe her feet. Does she deserve it? She angrily interrupted the two of them, who were playing their parts perfectly. Enough. We both know about me, taking your place in the show. You'd better know when to stop. Mo Yuru put on an innocent expression. What are you talking about? I don't understand. Tang Ning's voice was filled with intense grievance. If it weren't for you, Fawn, I wouldn't have put up with you so many times. Haven't I helped you enough? Mo Yuru, also a skilled actress, even managed to squeeze out a couple of tears. You won't apologize, and now you're trying to slander me. You already admitted to the hype yourself. Tang Ning roared, word by word, I will absolutely not apologize to you. This scene was perfectly captured by Mo Yuru's assistant. In front of the camera, Mo Yuru sobbed pitifully. I sincerely wanted to help you, but you're really going too far. The assistant thought, Tang Ning, you idiot. You're finished this time. He quickly uploaded the video online, titling it Two-Faced Hype Queen, secretly declares, I will absolutely not apologize. The video immediately caused a sensation. Reporters swarmed to the hospital to intercept Tang Ning. At that moment, she was hiding in the restroom, washing her face and removing her makeup. Suddenly, the door burst open. A plump nurse anxiously handed her a bag. There are a lot of reporters outside. Mr. Mo prepared this for you. Hurry and change. Change quickly and get out the back door. Someone will meet you there. Tang Ning hadn't expected her new husband to be so thoughtful. She quickly changed into the nurse's uniform and quietly slipped out the back door via the stairs. She didn't expect Mo Ting to come pick her up himself. She only relaxed slightly after getting into the car. Mo Ting thoughtfully fastened her seatbelt and said dotingly, let's go home. Meanwhile, Mo Yuru was leisurely munching on an apple. Thinking that Tang Ning had been crying in the restroom for a while, she told her assistant to bring her back. But as soon as the door opened, a group of reporters suddenly barged in. What goes around comes around. Karma spares no one. Mo Yuru, who had framed Tang Ning, now found herself surrounded by reporters. The reporters stormed into the ward, snapping photos. What is your relationship with Tiany's CEO, Han Yufan? Are you really the other woman, maliciously suppressing Tang Ning? Mo Yuru, still munching on her apple, feigned innocence. What are you talking about? I don't understand at all. A reporter shoved a photo on their phone in her face. The photos are all over the internet. Do you still want to deny it? It was a photo of Han Yufan in a close embrace with her at the hospital. Don't you think it's shameless to cry about being innocent and wronged while stealing someone else's boyfriend? Mo Yuru's face instantly paled. She stammered, no, it's not. This is all Tang Ning's scheme. The reporters were relentless. It's crystal clear in the photos. Do you still want to deny it? The assistant stepped forward and tried to push the reporters away. Please leave. Miss Amon needs to rest. After much effort, the assistant finally managed to drive the reporters away. Mo Yuru furiously demanded, what is going on? She threw the apple in a fit of rage, accidentally hitting her assistant in the face. At the same time, Tang Ning, in Mo Ting's car, saw the online post. She thought, the timing of this expose is perfect. Pictures and text, vivid and compelling. Suddenly, her phone buzzed. It was a call from her scumbag ex-fiancé, Han Yufan. Mo Ting, focused on driving, asked, aren't you going to answer? Tang Ning took it softly. Aren't you asking the obvious? She tossed her phone into her bag. If she didn't want Han Yufan to suffer, why would she go to all this trouble? However, she was a little surprised by her new husband's timely arrival. Mo Ting noticed her gaze. He gave a devilish smile. You're looking at me like that. Are you inviting me to kiss you, hold you, or perhaps do something more in this car? Tang Ning blushed and turned to look out the window. I'm not. Suddenly, she remembered something. Before we go home, could you take me somewhere else first? Mo Ting looked at her suggestively. I'll take you, but what will you give me in return? How about finishing what we started on our wedding night? Tang Ning, easily embarrassed, didn't respond. Mo Ting stopped teasing her. Today, I'm your personal chauffeur. We'll go wherever you want. The Sakura Woods restaurant was where Tang Ning and Han Yufan used to frequently go on dates. But today, she was going to completely erase that scumbag from her heart. So, she finally answered the call. I'm at Sakura Woods. If you want to see me, meet me at her usual spot. Han Yufan immediately agreed and said he'd be right there. Even though he was with Mo Yuru, he never intended to give up on Tang Ning. After all, there was no woman in the world easier to deceive than her. Tang Ning hung up and told Mo Ting, this is the last time I'll call Han Yufan for personal reasons. There won't be a next time. Mo Ting raised an eyebrow, but didn't speak. He simply patted the seat next to him, gesturing for Tang Ning to sit beside him, his face radiating possessiveness. Tang Ning thought to herself, this guy is really domineering. But since he was her lawful husband, she obediently moved closer. Mo Ting thoughtfully pushed a piece of cake towards her. Don't go hungry while watching the show. Tang Ning scooped up a small piece with her spoon, but offered it to him first, sincerely saying thank you, breaking up at a place they used to frequent. Clearly, the man had truly broken the girl's heart. Tang Ning ate her dessert and looked out the clear glass window. Soon, an anxious figure appeared beneath the cherry blossom tree. It was her scumbag ex-fiancé, Han Yufan. Mo Ting wiped the cream from the corner of Tang Ning's mouth. Does this make you feel better? Tang Ning's eyes turned icy. Of course not. I just wanted to taste what it feels like to be stood up, to be betrayed. Her expression softened into a smile. Enough about him. I just ordered foie gras. The waiter said it was flown in from France this morning. It should be good. Mo Ting gave a surprised smile. How did you know I like this? Tang Ning casually stroked his hand. What's so hard about knowing what my husband likes? Soon, the waiter brought all the dishes. Tang Ning reminded him, foie gras isn't as good cold. Let's eat and chat. Mo Ting looked at her, her eyes as clear as rose quartz. But I don't want to chat with you. I just want to kiss you. Some people used to call him the entertainment industry's #1 poison. But clearly this woman before him was truly fatal, addictively so, irresistible. Meanwhile, Han Yufan was still waiting. He was impatient, but he didn't dare leave. During this time, he kept calling Tang Ning. An hour later, the phone indicated that the other party had powered off. He didn't know that at this moment, in Tang Ning and Mo Ting's eyes, he was nothing more than an insignificant watchdog. After their meal, Mo Ting glanced at the telephone pole standing outside. Want to keep watching? Tang Ning shook her head. No, I've seen enough. You promised to be my exclusive show for today. Now I want you to help me move. Mo Ting smiled and nodded. After paying the bill, he led her discreetly out the side door. Arriving at the apartment, Tang Ning asked him to wait a moment while she quickly packed. Okay. Mo Ting looked at the large photo in the living room. If she hadn't retired back then, she would have been internationally famous by now. 5 minutes later, he heard her say, I'm ready. Tang Ning emerged from the bedroom, holding a small teddy bear. This is all of my belongings. Mo Ting asked in surprise, you don't want anything else? Tang Ning shook her head firmly. No, let the memories stay in the past. Mo Ting suddenly pulled her into his arms, sealing her lips with a cool kiss. At this moment, does my kiss make your memories a little better? Just as their passion was escalating, Mo Ting abruptly stopped himself, exercising restraint. We'll finish this at home. Meanwhile, Han Yufan had been waiting in the cherry blossom grove for 4 hours. Suddenly, a phone rang. He excitedly thought it was Tang Ning, but his face fell when he saw the caller ID. It was Mo Yuru. Yufan, where are you? I'm at your house. I can't find you. My stomach really hurts. Why hasn't the photo scandal been suppressed yet? I'm so scared I'll be ruined. Han Yufan instantly sobered up. Don't worry. I won't let you be ruined, and I won't let anything happen to Tianyi. He hung up and immediately drove home. As soon as he opened the door, he saw Mo Yuru standing there looking pitiful. I only have you left. You can't abandon me and the baby. Han Yufan rushed forward to embrace and comfort her. Don't say such silly things. Trust me, you and the baby will be fine. As for Tang Ning, I'll deal with her myself. The newlyweds were about to continue what they hadn't finished on their wedding night, but a phone call from Tang Ning's agent interrupted them. Long Jia, Tang Ning's agent, saw Han Yufan's official statement clearing Mo Yuru's name and realized that the scumbag wanted Tang Ning to take all the blame. She went to Tang Ning's apartment to discuss how to handle the situation, but found that she wasn't there. On the phone, she keenly sensed that there seemed to be a man with Tang Ning. The more she thought about it, the angrier she became. That foolish Tang Ning. How could she let herself be taken advantage of because of that scumbag Han Yufan? When she saw the person sent to pick her up, she kicked him. I'm warning you. If anything happens to my Tang Ning, I'll destroy you and the man behind you. Luce was also furious. This woman is being unreasonable. He didn't bother arguing with her and just carried her away, prompting Long Jie to yell that he was a four-eyed freak. When Luce drove her to their destination, Long Jie was stunned. Anyone who could live in Kaiwa Dijin was definitely not just ordinarily rich. Just who is your boss? She demanded. Luce, also a bit temperamental, retorted, go inside and see for yourself. Long Jie nervously took in the extravagant villa, wondering just what kind of powerful figure Tang Ning had gotten involved with. She looked up and saw him, dressed in casual clothes, sitting on the sofa waiting for her. She pulled Tang Ning aside and whispered, "Don't tell me you really found some old man because of that scumbag, just to spite him." Tang Ning calmed her down. "There's something I need to tell you, but you can't get excited." Long Jie anxiously asked if she had found a new boyfriend. Tang Ning stifled a laugh and shook her head. Long Jie sighed in relief, saying, "It's good that it's not." But then Tang Ning leaned in and whispered, "I'm married." Long Jie froze. 2 seconds later, she exploded. "What did you say?" This Long Jie was just as impulsive as the investigation report described. When Long Jie saw Mo Ting and Tang Ning's intimacy, she finally realized that the man Tang Ning married was actually the CEO of Hai Rue Entertainment. Tang Ning told Mo Ting that she would be done talking with Long Jie in half an hour at most. The man glared at Long Jie and went back upstairs. Although the whole interaction was brief, it left Long Jie completely stunned. "Tang Ning, pinch me. I must be dreaming." "Tang Ning, not that seriously. My new husband is Mo Ting." Long Jie gasped. "You're full of surprises. If that scum Han Yufan knew, he'd be furious." Tang Ning said calmly, "I don't plan to publicly announce my relationship with Mo Ting for now." Long Jie was a little incredulous. Tang Ning knew that with Mo Ting's influence, she could easily skyrocket to fame, but she wanted to regain what rightfully belonged to her through her own efforts. She asked Long Jie if she was still willing to help her. If not, she wouldn't force her. Long Jie firmly replied, "Of course I'll stay by your side," and become the agent of an international supermodel. "So, are you still going to stay at Tianyi Entertainment?" Tang Ning gave her a look. "Han Yufan and Mo Yuru have used me so many times. Of course, I'm going to pay them back." All her hard work finally paid off. Eugene, the founder of the jewelry show brand, carefully watched Tang Ning's runway videos several times and concluded that her professionalism far surpassed Mo Yuru's. Moreover, her powerful aura was a perfect match for the jewelry. He regretted almost missing this shining diamond. He immediately called Han Yufan to discuss the endorsement. Han Yufan confidently assured him, "Yuru's injury will heal soon. It definitely won't delay the new product launch." But Eugene said the opposite. "On the contrary, we request a change of spokesperson. We want to replace Mo Yuru with Tang Ning." Han Yufan was startled. "Wouldn't that be a bit inappropriate?" Eugene said sternly, "We haven't officially signed the contract. If we can't switch to Tang Ning, then we'll have to seek cooperation with another company." Han Yufan clearly didn't want Tang Ning to benefit. "If you're worried about Yuru's foot injury, we have other models with even higher profiles." The other party was adamant. "We only want Tang Ning." Then he hung up. Han Yufan gritted his teeth in frustration. This endorsement was meant to boost Mo Yuru's chances for the Model of the Year award. He couldn't believe Tang Ning had gotten such a huge advantage. Just then, the door opened and Mo Yuru, wearing a hospital gown, entered and hugged him from behind. Han Yufan asked her why she had left the hospital. Mo Yuru, of course, had her own plans. She couldn't let Tang Ning get close to Han Yufan. Now was the perfect opportunity to secure her position. And Han Yufan, unable to resist her sweet words and charm, quickly succumbed to her gentle embrace. Meanwhile, Tang Ning was running laps in the villa to maintain her figure. In fact, for the past 3 years, she had never given up on herself. She would show everyone that she was born for the stage. Soon, she received a call from Long Jie. Her voice was filled with excitement. "The jewelry show endorsement is yours now." Upon hearing the news, Tang Ning didn't get carried away. "Don't celebrate too soon. Mo Yuru definitely won't take this lying down. She'll probably go crying to Han Yufan soon." Sure enough, while Mo Yuru was sound asleep in her apartment, her assistant knocked frantically on the door. Annoyed, she yawned and opened the door. "Who is it, disturbing my beauty sleep?" The assistant yelled in a panicked voice. "It's terrible. The endorsement has been given to Tang Ning." Mo Yuru instantly woke up, thinking she had misheard. While the CEO couple were enjoying their sweet moments, the scheming green tea on the other side was losing her cool. Mo Yuru roared. Wasn't the jewelry endorsement already finalized? How could it be given to Tang Ning? The assistant explained helplessly. The brand specifically requested Tang Ning as their spokesperson. Otherwise, they refused to cooperate. Mo Yuru was so furious, she almost fainted. The assistant quickly helped her steady herself. She needed Han Yufan to explain this to her personally. Han Yufan was in a dilemma. The brand was so insistent on having Tang Ning. Wasn't this a slap in Yuru's face? But he couldn't afford to lose the money. Just then, Mo Yuru rushed in and knocked on his door. "Yufan, what's going on? Why was my endorsement stolen by Tang Ning?" Han Yufan stepped forward and hugged her, trying to soothe her. There's nothing I can do. Don't worry, I'll get you a better endorsement. Mo Yuru angrily pushed him away. You know that the brand manager's sister is a judge for the Top 10 Models Award. This endorsement is very important to me. Tang Ning has already stolen you. Isn't that enough? Why does she have to compete with me for everything? I don't care. If I lose this endorsement, then I don't want the baby. I won't stay here either. Han Yufan quickly restrained her. What are you saying? You know I'm on your side. But this time they were very firm. There's nothing I can do. Mo Yuru launched her usual gentle offensive. Tang Ning has given in to me so many times already. What's one more time? He's going to marry you. Why do you even need the endorsement? Han Yufan helplessly sued her. All right. Don't get so worked up. It's not good for the baby. I'll talk to him about it. At that moment, the assistant outside the door saw Tang Ning and Long Jie approaching. Startled, she hurried forward to stop them. Mr. Han and Yuru are in a meeting. I'll let them know you're here. Tang Ning sneered inwardly. Did they really think she was a fool? With a swift move, she bypassed the assistant. She wanted to see what kind of meeting this adulterous couple was having. The two inside the office clearly heard the commotion outside. The moment Tang Ning pushed open the door, the disheveled pair quickly separated, putting some distance between themselves. Han Yufan went on the offensive. Where were you last night? Do you know I looked for you all night? It was a misunderstanding with Yuru. We've already issued a press release to clarify. Don't make a big deal out of this, okay? Tang Ning looked away without speaking. This scumbag was full of lies. He was probably with Mo Yuru the whole time. Otherwise, he would have noticed she wasn't at her old apartment. Caught red-handed, the Jianan ex-fiancé and the mistress actually had the nerve to play the victim. Tang Ning calmly found a chair and sat down. What happened between Miss Mo and me was no misunderstanding. I helped her so many times, and she stabbed me in the back. That's not something a simple misunderstanding can fix. Han Yufan continued to lie. There were paparazzi there. Yuri was forced into it. Just let it go. As for the jewelry endorsement, you should give it back to her. It's important to her. Tang Ning retorted, what about us? Han Yufan spoke in a commanding tone. Since you've retired, you won't be modeling anymore. The endorsement is useless to you. Mo Yuru joined in the persuasion. That's right, Tang Ning. You haven't modeled for so many years. You're rusty. Besides, the endorsement was originally mine. They only approached you as a replacement because I was injured. Tang Ning coldly said enough. Mo Yuru continued to add fuel to the fire. Don't be angry. If you really want to model, I wouldn't mind letting you be my stand-in occasionally. Tang Ning sutenli lauket coldly. Hearing those words from Mo Yuru was incredibly ironic. Han Yufan spoke with a hint of threat. If you still love me, don't be unreasonable. Giving Yuru this endorsement is for the good of the company. Do you want to harm the company's interests? Hearing this, Mo Yuru smirked inwardly. With Yufan saying that foolish Tang Ning would surely back down. She casually looped her arm around Han Yufan's. Hurry up and contact them. Tell them Tang Ning is busy preparing for the wedding and won't be accepting any endorsements. Han Yufan nodded and was about to pick up the phone on his desk when Tang Ning stopped him. Wait, I'm accepting the endorsement. Han Yufan's face was filled with shock and displeasure. The woman who had always obeyed him dared to defy his decision. Tang Ning said firmly, don't forget, I'm also a Tianyi model, and I've already spoken with Mr. Eugene. He's looking forward to our collaboration. Han Yufan flew into a rage. I'm the CEO of Tianyi Entertainment. The decision-making power rests with me, not you. If you're going to be this stubborn, I think we can postpone the wedding. He didn't believe she wouldn't back down after this. After a moment of silence, Tang Ning suddenly smiled. Don't want to get married? Then let's not. This, in turn, panicked Han Yufan. He grabbed Tang Ning's shoulder and stared at her. What do you mean by that? Don't you love me anymore? Tang Ning subtly shrugged him off. Let's talk properly. There's no need to get physical. Maybe you should ask yourself that question. Have you ever loved me? Han Yufan was momentarily stunned, stammering and unable to speak. We're about to get married. Why are you even asking about love? Why can't you be more understanding and considerate of me? Tang Ning turned and walked towards the door. Then you'll have to get used to this inconsiderate me. Han Yufan suddenly panicked and wanted to chase after her. But Mo Yuru grabbed him first, stopping him. She's angry right now. Chasing after her won't do any good. What they didn't understand was that Tang Ning had always been a woman who loved and hated fiercely. Since she no longer loved him, Han Yufan was nothing but trash in her eyes. She was completely over him. And now, a light was beginning to shine in her heart. That light was her new husband, Mo Ting, who treated her with complete devotion. Being captivated by her husband's good looks every day wasn't so bad. Returning home, Tang Ning saw Mo Ting, whom she hadn't seen for only half a day, and thought he looked even more handsome. Seeing her staring, Mo Ting couldn't help but tease, "Mrs. Mo, is your gaze trying to tell me something?" Tang Ning snapped back to reality, her face flushing. What was she doing? She was actually staring at him dreamily. She faked a cough and said, "I'm going to loosen for a location shoot tomorrow. I probably won't be home tonight." Mo Ting took her hand and pulled her into his arms. "Isn't the contract signing tomorrow? Why are you shooting this afternoon?" Tang Ning noted. "The jewelry launch is coming up soon. I can't slack off as the spokesperson. Just give me a little time. I'll become a wife you can be proud of." In truth, Mo Ting never doubted her abilities. He was more interested in seeing how miserable Han Yufan and Mo Yuru would become under Tang Ning's influence. Meanwhile, Mo Yuru, furious that Tang Ning refused to give up the endorsement, returned to her apartment and smashed everything she could get her hands on. Han Yufan rushed forward to hold her. "Don't get so worked up. It's not good for the baby." Mo Yuru loudly accused him. "You know it's not good for the baby, but you still watch that bitch steal my endorsement." Han Yufan stroked her face and soothed her. "I'm already negotiating a better deal for you. Even if Tang Ning gets this endorsement, so what? She doesn't have the support of a company. She won't amount to anything." Mo Yuru's eyes filled with tears. She said, "Why? Even so, I'm still not reconciled. She's been lording it over you for so many years. I won't let her get away with it." The next morning, Tang Ning woke up, rubbing her eyes sleepily. Mo Ting first gave her a good morning kiss. Then, he led her to an ultra-luxurious walk-in closet. Haute couture gowns, designer bags, and jewelry filled the space. Tang Ning started dumfounded. This is too extravagant. Her new husband was truly generous. Mo Ting handed her a diamond-encrusted haute couture gown. "I specially prepared this for you. Try it on." A blush crept up Tang Ning's face. It felt so wonderful to be cherished and pampered. Mo Ting asked her what was wrong, puzzled. Tang Ning stammered, "No, nothing. Thank you for always being so good to me." Mo Ting looked at her adoringly. "Pampering my wife is only natural. Do you want me to help you change here?" Tang Ning blushed and turned to run to the bedroom. No, I can do it myself." 3 minutes later, when she reappeared, looking magnificent, Mo Ting was mesmerized. She looked like a celestial being. Seeing him staring, Tang Ning asked nervously, "How do I look?" Inwardly, she thought, "I've seen so much, yet his gaze makes me this nervous." Mo Ting tore his gaze away and opened a jewelry box on the table. He took out a sparkling necklace and fastened it around her neck. "Now it's perfect," he declared. When Long Jia, her agent, rushed in to deliver Tang Ning's dress, she witnessed their affectionate scene. The gift box in her hand slipped and fell to the floor. "It seems I came at a bad time. A handsome man and a beautiful woman, a dazzling sight. Anyone who saw them would have to admire them as a match made in heaven." After the couple reluctantly parted ways, Long Jia took Tang Ning to the jewelry brand's signing event. Reporters had snapped photos of Tang Ning from every angle. They whispered amongst themselves, "Tang Ning's looks are undeniable. But at such a big event, the CEO of Tianyi isn't even present. It seems they really have broken up." Mo Yuru is even hinting online that Tang Ning stole the endorsement. The brand representatives were very satisfied with Tang Ning and expressed their anticipation for her performance in upcoming activities. Long Jia watched quietly from below, thinking that Tang Ning was like a hidden gem destined to shine brightly for the world to see. After the signing ceremony, they rushed to the airport. Long Jia cautiously warned her, Mo Yuru has arranged for anti-fans to ambush you at the airport. They have a clear division of labor, those who will provoke you and those who will take photos. They've even organized a whole smear Tang Ning at the airport campaign. Tang Ning found it unbelievable. "How do you know all this?" she asked. Long Jia hummed smugly, "Because I have an alt account in their group. Let these kids have their fun for now. We'll see how they get slapped in the face when the video is released." They entered the hall and saw a large group of fans waiting. Seeing Tang Ning, they immediately swarmed her. A masked man holding a bouquet of flowers tried to force it into Tang Ning's hands, but the crowd was too dense and Tang Ning failed to catch it. The flowers fell to the ground. Seeing his gift rejected, the masked man's expression changed instantly. "Tang Ning, What do you mean by that? We're giving you flowers because we like you, and you just throw them on the ground. Tang Ning knew he was looking for trouble, so she immediately apologized. I'm sorry. I didn't catch them. I didn't do it on purpose. The man pointed at her and raised his voice. Is this how you treat your fans? The other anti-fans chimed in. Yeah, we saw it too. With your character, how can you compare to Yuru? Yuru always takes photos with fans so kindly. You think you can replace her just because you got an endorsement? The commotion attracted curious onlookers who started taking photos and gossiping, thinking Tang Ning was truly rude. Tang Ning, who was prepared for this, cleared her throat. She calmly addressed the fans and onlookers. Since you say you're my fan, can you answer a few questions? What year did I debut? When did I win my first award? And where was my last runway show? The anti-fans were stumped. They were there to discredit her, not to learn about her career. The masked man took advantage of the chaos and shoved her hard. He yelled, anyway, if you don't give us an explanation today and return the endorsement to Yuru, don't even think about leaving. Long Jie rushed to Tang Ning's side and told her she had already called security. Then, she meaningfully asked the anti-fans, are you that confident in Mo Yuru's character? The masked man pushed aside the approaching security guards and continued to yell, our Yuru is definitely better than your bitch. Long Jie raised her phone. I've recorded that. I'll give you a big gift later. I hope you won't regret it. Revenge is a dish best served cold. Mo Yuru, celebrating her new endorsement, never expected Tang Ning's counterattack to come so swiftly. In a dressing room, her assistant massaged her shoulders while flattering her. Thanks to the fans at the airport, the topic of your endorsement is already trending. You'll definitely get an even better endorsement than the jewelry show. Mo Yuru smiled confidently, of course. I'm going to be one of the top 10 models of the year. Sure enough, Han Yufan appeared at the door with a contract. My annual car commercial endorsement has arrived. Let's go to the meeting right away. Mo Yuru asked excitedly, is it a new endorsement? She threw herself into his arms and started to act coquettishly. Yufan, I knew you were the best to me. In the meeting room, Han Yufan dotingly praised her. Although Yuru missed the jewelry show collaboration this time, she has secured another endorsement with an internationally renowned cosmetics brand. As for Tang Ning, if anyone asks about her in the future, just tell them she's getting married and isn't taking on any more work. Mo Yuru smiled even wider upon hearing this. However, just as the two were exchanging affectionate glances, Han Yufan's phone suddenly rang. Seeing it was the brand representative, he immediately answered with a smile. But his face darkened immediately after. Mr. Blair, how can you just break the contract like this? Your indecent video with Mo Yuru is all over the internet. Go see for yourself. I'm truly ashamed for you. The other party hung up abruptly after speaking in a hostile tone. A sense of foreboding rose in Han Yufan's heart. Seeing his unpleasant expression, Mo Yuru hurriedly asked what was wrong. Han Yufan quickly checked the trending topics. Ranked first was Channy Entertainment CEO caught cheating with model, video exposed. Mo Yuru snatched his phone and saw the video of the two of them being intimate in a hospital. She broke out in a cold sweat. The others in the meeting room also took out their phones to check the trending topics. Mo Yuru, as if caught red-handed, slammed the table and roared, "Stop looking." Nobody searched for it. On the other hand, Tang Ning's agent, Sister Long, watched the video continuously fermenting online with a gloating expression. We deliberately chose to release the video after the airport incident. The effect is surprisingly good. Those anti-fans who came to the airport are even defending you now. Tang Ning praised her, thinking, this is just the beginning. There's more to come. At this time, her newlywed husband, Mo Ting, also sent her a message. Wife, I wish you a successful shoot. I'll be waiting for you. Tang Ning recalled the sweet moments they shared. She was already missing him even though they had just parted ways. The commercial shoot went very smoothly. Tang Ning's temperament and style were perfectly suited to the jewelry. Even the photographer repeatedly praised her, saying she was born to be a model. After finishing work, she returned to the hotel and said goodbye to Sister Long. They each went back to their own rooms. But as soon as Tang Ning turned the doorknob, she was pulled inside by a strong hand. Then she fell into an embrace filled with a masculine scent. Tang Ning was startled. Who is it? Let go of me. Her new husband's carefully prepared surprise almost turned into a fright. After seeing that the man holding her from behind was Mo Ting, Tang Ning asked in surprise, why are you here? Mo Ting smiled and said, "Didn't I message you that I'd be waiting for you?" Tang Ning then understood that he had flown over specifically for her. Meanwhile, Mo Yuru was smashing things in Han Yufan's apartment. After their intimate video was exposed, her new endorsement was canceled and her advertisements were taken down. She knew she was completely finished this time. Her assistant helped her up from the floor and advised her to pull herself together. You still have Mr. Han's child. Even if you can't be a famous model, you can still be the CEO's wife of Tianyi. Mo Yuru realized the truth in these words, and a sinister glint appeared in her eyes. Even if Tang Ning makes a comeback, so what? As long as I have this child, I still have bargaining power. While the newlyweds, who had been apart for just a day, were being intimate in the bathroom, a call came in from the scumbag ex-fiancé. Tang Ning answered the phone, and Han Yufan tentatively asked, "Have you heard any news today?" Tang Ning feigned ignorance, saying, "I just finished filming and got back to the hotel." What happened? Hearing this, Han Yufan's heart was filled with hope again. It seemed this woman hadn't seen the video of him and Yuru yet. He had to trap her before she reacted. "I was just thinking the scenery in Lusan is quite nice. Why don't I fly over tomorrow and we can register our marriage there and have a honeymoon?" And Mo Ting, coming out of the bathroom, saw the disgusted expression on Tang Ning's face and guessed that the call was from Han Yufan. Tang Ning was silent for a moment. It was truly ironic. She, a daughter of a prestigious perfume family, had once broken ties with her family for such a man. No wonder, even after such a scandal, the scumbag still dared to try and trick her into marriage, pretending she knew nothing. So she directly refused. "While you and Mo Yuru are still entangled, let's forget about marriage." Han Yufan hurriedly explained, "There's really nothing between me and Yuru. The photos you saw were all misunderstandings." Tang Ning sneered and retorted, "You don't think I can't see the trending topics online just because I'm here, do you?" Han Yufan started playing the victim. "Tang Ning, please believe me." Han Yufan was getting frantic because he didn't want to give up either of them. "I always thought you understood me the most. Why are you forcing me like this? Give me some time. I'll find a chance to make things clear with Yuru. Then we'll get married right away." Tang Ning said calmly, "Then I'll be waiting." She hung up the phone and snatched the tablet from her workaholic husband's hands. Han Yufan is eyeing my family background and wants to dump Mo Yuru to marry me directly. But that woman definitely won't let it go. Hearing this, Mo Ting pulled her onto the bed. "So, are you willing to marry me?" A blush crept onto Tang Ning's face. "I admit I was blind before, but now I'm certain you're the one for me." This scene would confuse anyone. Early in the morning, Tang Ning's agent, Long Jia, knocked on her door. Seeing Tang Ning try to prevent her from entering and noticing the red marks dotted on her neck, Long Jia excitedly grabbed her. "Is there a man in your room? How could you do this behind Mo Ting's back?" I'm going to see who this audacious guy is." Just as she was about to barge in, the door suddenly opened. Mo Ting was seen fastening his cufflinks while saying, "What's all this commotion about so early in the morning?" Long Jia was stunned. Mo Ting, it's you." Mo Ting gave her an amused look. "Who did you think it was?" He then walked into the bathroom to wash up. Long Jia then approached Tang Ning, complaining, "Why didn't you tell me earlier? You made me look like a fool." Tang Ning sruket innocently. "I only found out myself when I came in last night." Hearing this, Long Jia became even more excited. "Oh my god, this is so romantic. Mo Ting, such a busy man, actually flew here to be with you. Think about all those years you spent with that scumbag. That one, did he ever visit you on set? There really is a difference between people." Tang Ning helplessly reminded her, "Aren't we going to the set? I still need to change." Long Jia finally calmed down and asked, "Is Mo Ting going too?" Tang Ning said softly, a little uncertain, "He probably will." She went to the bathroom and asked him expectantly, "Do you want to go to the set together? But it's okay if you're busy." Mo Ting saw right through her thoughts and pulled her into his arms for a good morning kiss. "Mrs. Mo, I'm here to supervise." While Tang Ning was experiencing this lovey-dovey moment, her scumbag ex-fiancé, Han Yufan, wasn't having such a good time. Because of Tang Ning's demand that Mo Yuru leave Tianyi Entertainment, and with Mo Yuru now pregnant with his child and holding leverage over him, he couldn't afford to offend either of them. With a tender heart, he just pushed open the door of his apartment when Mo Yuru cried and threw herself into his arms. "Yufan, you're finally back. Am I going to lose my modeling career?" Han Yufan had already thought of compromise. How about you go abroad for a while and come back after the baby is born? Before he could finish, Imo-Yuru abruptly interrupted him. What? You want to go abroad? I've been your mistress for so many years, and I'm carrying your child. Don't even think about kicking me aside like this. Han Yufan tried to explain, but she pushed him away forcefully. If we stay together, our family of 3 can still have a future. But if you choose to be the Tang family's son-in-law, you'll be controlled by them forever. Is that what you want? Me or Tang Ning? Just one word, and I'll go to the hospital for an abortion right now. Han Yufan, snatch your phone away. Calm down. Did I say I don't want you? Of course. You're the one I love the most. You're even willing to abort our baby. What else can I do? Imo-Yuru forced a smile and hugged him tightly. So you're choosing me. I knew you loved me the most. While the CEO husband traveled miles to visit his wife, the wife could only wait outside the studio. That's the trouble with secret marriages. The theme of Tang Ning's shoot today was a bride chasing a runaway groom. During the process, the bride injured her foot, but the groom didn't notice. In the end, it was the dazzling diamond on the bride's finger, catching the sunlight and creating a rainbow that reminded the groom of his promise. When Tang Ning changed into her costume, everyone was stunned. Her emotive performance made the shoot go very smoothly. Mo Ting watched her from afar, realizing she was like a dusted-off gem. If she hadn't retired 3 years ago, how brilliant she would be now. Long Jia, her agent, couldn't hide her pride. Our Tang Ning is pretty good, isn't she? If it weren't for that scumbag holding her back. Mo Ting snorzel, interrupting her. No one can hold her back anymore. After the shoot, the director admiringly extended an offer to Tang Ning. However, Tang Ning politely declined, stating that she had no plans to leave her current company for the time being. Mo Ting was about to take her on a private date when Long Jia suddenly received a call from an unknown number. After listening to the other party, her face immediately changed. Turning back to Tang Ning, she said, "A woman named Lin Wei just called, claiming to be your new agent assigned by Han Yufan. She also said that after you finish this commercial, you have to rush back immediately. Han Yufan accepted a promotional appearance for you, scheduled for 3 days from now. I just checked, and while the brand isn't exactly a scam, it has received numerous consumer complaints over the years. Han Yufan is deliberately trying to ruin you. If you really take this job, all your previous hard work will be wasted. Thank Ning Snedet. I was prepared for this. Sometimes, advantage and disadvantage are just a fine line apart. There are too many people here. Let's talk about it when we get back." After everyone got in the car, Mo Ting handed his phone to Tang Ning. "I had Lu Che pull this agent Lin Wei's information from the database. Her resume and all her dirty laundry are in there." Tang Ning turned to him in surprise. "You knew about Han Yufan getting me that promotional appearance. Did Long Jie tell you?" Mo Ting's expression was indifferent. In this industry, if I want to know something, I'll know. At this moment, Tang Ning seemed to understand why Mo Ting had reached the pinnacle of the entertainment world. She smiled at him. "Don't worry. You've handed me the weapon. I'll definitely handle this perfectly." Mo Ting reached out and affectionately stroked her hair. "I believe in you." Rong Jia, watching through the rearview mirror, saw the unexpected scene and got goosebumps all over. These two have only been married a short while. How are they already acting like an old married couple? Faced with her scumbag ex-fiancé's new agent, sent to provoke and create trouble, Tang Ning used magic to defeat magic. After the shoot, when they got off the plane, Mo Ting reminded Tang Ning to take care of herself. The newlywed couple reluctantly parted ways. Han Yufan's newly appointed agent, Lin Wei, wearing sunglasses, exuded impatience. Seeing the sign with her name at his feet, Tang Ning ignored him and walked straight out of the airport with Long Jia. Long Jia chuckled. Tang Ning really was getting more assertive. However, halfway there, Tang Ning received a call from Lin Wei. As soon as she answered, she heard his hostile roar. "Where are you?" Wasn't the plane supposed to land at 12? Tang Ning calmly replied, "I'm already on my way back to the company." Lin Wei's anger flared. "What did you say? Didn't you see me when you left the airport?" Tang Ning sarcastically retorted, "I did, but you were wearing sunglasses. I thought you were here for an airport fashion show." She then hung up. Lin Wei was furious. This stupid woman offended Imo-Yuru and still dares to put on airs in front of me. Just wait until I get back and deal with you. Tang Ning returned to the company and went straight to Han Yufan's office. "Explain yourself. Is it true about you and Imo-Yuru?" Han Yufan hesitantly changed the subject. "You just got off the plane. Why did you come straight to the company?" Tang Ning snatched the document from his hand. "Get to the point. Don't change the subject. How long have you been with Imo-Yuru?" Han Yufan suddenly raised his voice and shouted, "I've had enough of you. Can't you be understanding like Yuru? Do you know how annoying your constant nagging is?" Tang Ning withdrew her hands and looked at him mockingly. "Do you two think I'm a fool?" Han Yufan simply came clean. "Let's break up. I am indeed with Yuru, and we truly love each other. Don't blame me. There's no logic to love. From now on, we'll only have a superior-subordinate relationship. I'm your boss, and you're my artist." Tang Ning suddenly stepped closer, looking at him sarcastically. "So you're not planning to terminate my contract, because you're afraid that if you let me go, Mo Yuru will have no chance of rising, right? You even arranged that platform event for me." Han Yufan looked back at the documents, his face cold. "For the remaining 3 years of your contract, you'll stay put. With your current status, this platform event is more than enough for you. If there's nothing else, get out. Also, Lin Wei is your new agent. From now on, you'll listen to all his arrangements." Tang Ning felt only coldness in her heart. So her 5 years of youth were really all for nothing. Before turning to leave, she left him with a sentence. "Do you know what the end is for those who are heartless and ungrateful? It's a bad end." Han Yufan was visibly shaken by her words, remaining stunned in his seat for a long time. After completely breaking up with Tang Ning, her scumbag ex-fiancé, at Mo Yuru's instigation, assigned her a notorious agent in the entertainment industry. The goal was to suppress her and prevent her from making a comeback. After arguing with Han Yufan, Tang Ning returned to her lounge, guessing that Lin Wei would be arriving soon. Sure enough, the next second, she heard a bang. Lin Wei barged in without knocking, pointing at Tang Ning and cursing. "Do you know you'll be working under me from now on? How dare you treat me like this? Are you stupid?" Tang Ning put down her magazine. She stood up and walked towards him step by step. "Repeat those last 4 words." Lin Wei glared at her arrogantly. "What? Are you scared of me? I asked if you were stupid." As soon as he finished speaking, Tang Ning's slap landed on his face. "This slap is to teach you how to be a person." Lin Wei was stunned into silence. As he came to his senses and was about to retaliate, Tang Ning opened her phone's photo album and held it up to him. "I have many more compromising photos like this in my phone. Because of those 4 words you just said, I've decided to send them to 4 media outlets." When Lin Wei saw the evidence on the screen of himself seducing a director, his mind went blank. It was impossible. How could Tang Ning have these photos? He had been so careful. Seeing him trembling, Tang Ning sneered. "I know Mo Yuru is behind you. If you weren't so excessive, I wouldn't bother dealing with a mere agent. But you're a bit too reckless." Now afraid, he realized that if he had known Tang Ning had something on him, he would never have agreed to Mo Yuru's request to humiliate her. He immediately put on a pitiful expression, grabbing Tang Ning's arm and pleading, "I didn't mean to treat you like that. Please don't send out the photos. I'll be ruined." Tang Ning looked at him and said, "Word by word, you know you were wrong, right? Then remember this. I'll only say this once. If someone doesn't offend me, I won't offend them. But if someone offends me, I'll make sure they never recover. From today onwards, we'll each do our jobs. If you want to play games and scheme, I'm happy to play along. However, the price won't be just a few photos." Completely intimidated by Tang Ning's domineering demeanor, he nodded repeatedly. "I understand. I'll listen to you from now on." After this incident, Tang Ning's emotions gradually calmed down. She then asked him, "When is the commercial platform event Han Yufan arranged?" Lin Wei, somewhat confused by her intentions, asked, "Are you going?" Tang Ning said indifferently, "You just need to tell me the time." Back in the car, she looked tired and instructed the driver to take her back to Mo Ting's villa. Long Jie asked with concern, "Did you have it out with Han Yufan?" Tang Ning leaned back calmly. "Han Yufan broke up with me." She said this as casually as if she were reciting a text. "He even wants to shelve me for 3 years." Sister Long cursed angrily. How can that scumbag be so shameless? Isn't he afraid of divine retribution? Don't be upset over that kind of man. He'll get what's coming to him eventually. Tang Ning said, "I understand that, but I can't control my emotions right now. I really miss Mo Ting. Only his embrace is my safe haven." The two-timing scumbag, Han Yufan, wavered between his girlfriend of 5 years and the scheming Mo Yuru who got pregnant to secure her position. Ultimately, he made the foolish choice of the latter. Just look at Mo Yuru's miserable state, with contracts being canceled one after another. The photos from Tang Ning's advertisement shoot had been released, and she received offers from over 5 magazines that same day, inviting her to shoot their next season's cover. Mo Yuru like a shrew, roared at Han Yufan. Didn't I tell you not to let Tang Ning take on any work? Did you just ignore me? Lin Wei, Tang Ning's new agent, sneered inwardly at Mo Yuru, who was now completely under Tang Ning's control. She hasn't even achieved anything yet, and she's already acting like the CEO's wife. Han Yufan chose the most influential magazine from the offers and said, "Let's go with Esher fashion." Mo Yuru started to act pitiful and cried, "Yufan, did you forget what you promised me?" Han Yufan hugged her and earnestly explained, "Baby, I'm doing this for your own good. The netizens have scolded us enough about the video. As long as Tang Ning comes forward and says we broke up a long time ago, then there won't be any third party between us. We'll just be a normal couple. Besides, the annual top 10 model selection is coming up soon. This is the fastest way to clear your name. Once you're back on top, will there even be a place for Tang Ning?" Hearing this, Mo Yuru's anger dissipated completely. She kissed him and said, "You're so thoughtful." Meanwhile, Lin Wei arrived at Tang Ning's old apartment and found only Sister Rong there. He called Tang Ning and told her everything about the scumbag couple's plan to use her to clear their names. Tang Ning told him to reject the magazine Han Yufan chose, using the excuse of her being unwell. "My foundation isn't stable yet. If I offend 4 magazines at once, I won't be able to survive in this industry." Lin Wei added, "Han Yufan also asked where you live now. Second, Caillou's security is extremely tight. Not just any riffraff can get in. I won't interfere if you want revenge, but they've messed with someone I care about. I need to vent my anger too." Sure enough, when Lin Wei told Han Yufan that Tang Ning was living at Caillou Jing, Han Yufan's face turned green. Mo Yuru asked in disbelief, "Is that the residential area where all the powerful people live? How could she afford that?" Hearing the sourness in her voice, Lin Wei just smiled and said, "Tang Ning is the Tang family's heiress. After all." Han Yufan felt a pang of jealousy. The Tang family hadn't approved of their relationship initially. Had she reconciled with her family? "That damned woman was so stingy when she was with me. But the moment we break up, she moves into a place I might not be able to afford even after a lifetime of work. It's worse than a slap in the face." The newlywed couple were enjoying a sweet moment in the garden, about to engage in some more intimate activities, when a security guard interrupted them, saying there was a man outside the villa looking for Mrs. Mo Tang Ning knew it was her scumbag ex-boyfriend. Mo Ting helped her adjust her disheveled loungewear and told her to change into something else upstairs and take the newest sports car out. Tang Ning immediately understood his intention and gratefully gave him a kiss. She would make sure that man knew how well she was doing now. 10 minutes later, a limited edition Ferrari stopped in front of Han Yufan. Tang Ning, dressed in a haute couture gown, slowly took off her sunglasses. Like a proud princess, she asked him what he wanted. Han Yufan, looking at the completely transformed Tang Ning, felt a pang of regret. He never imagined she would be living this well after leaving him. But then he thought she just got lucky with her birth. With her intelligence, she wouldn't be able to achieve much on her own. He took out a contract and put on a bossy demeanor. "I'm here to inform you that the company has accepted the Esher Fashion magazine job for you. Regardless of your background, you're still Tiany's model and must obey the company's arrangements. I'll have the team issue a press release stating that we broke up a long time ago. Mo Yuru is not a homewrecker." Tang Ning took the document and feigned a look of sadness. Seeing her hesitation, Han Yufan felt a surge of smugness. He knew she was still hung up on him. Even if she returned to the Tang family, so what? He could still easily manipulate her. Tang Ning looked at him and smiled faintly. "Even though you were heartless to me, I won't be heartless to you. Besides, I know Mo Yuru has been pressuring you. You can give me the draft for clearing her name in advance. I'll announce it personally when I'm on stage next Wednesday. It'll be more effective than a Weibo post from the team." Han Yufan impatiently said, "You better do that," and got into his car and left. Tang Ning smirket. How blind she had been to be fooled by such a shameless man. Sister Long, after seeing the company's press release, was furious. That scumbag Han Yufan, to clear Mo Yuru's name, is actually buying trolls online to slander you. Are you really going to endorse that third-rate product? Tang Ning recalled Han Yufan throwing the prepared script at her at the company, shamelessly instructing her to memorize it and clear Mo Yuru's name. That was the most important purpose of this appearance. Snapping back to reality, she asked Sister Long, "Are the things I asked you to prepare ready?" Sister Long took out a folder excitedly. "All the evidence is ready, including the recordings of Mo Yuru repeatedly sabotaging your endorsements." Tang Ning calmly said, "Package all of this up. Sell it as an exclusive to the biggest media outlet. Have them release it after my promotional appearance. That scumbag thinks I owe him. He'll pay for this tenfold, 100-fold. Besides," she continued, "my husband Mo Ting's Hai Rui Group has already sent a lawyer's letter to that company, accusing them of fraud. Now, I have the most reliable backing in the world. Let the storm rage even harder." Goaded by the scheming Mo Yuru, Tang Ning's worthless ex-boyfriend not only booked her a promotional appearance for a shady product, but also shamelessly wanted her to use this opportunity to whitewash Mo Yuru's reputation. As expected, when Tang Ning arrived at the event, the audience erupted in a chorus of boos. What's the use of a pretty face for an eye mask? She's really stooped low for money. But Tang Ning showed no fear. She picked up the microphone and spoke with poise and confidence. "First, I want to thank my agency for getting me this endorsement for a product I've never even heard of." The audience gasped. She was openly challenging her agency and the collaborating company right there on stage. It was audacious. Tang Ning continued, "Although I was forced onto this stage, I'll be honest. I've never used this product, which clearly lacks consumer trust. I may be a has-been model, but I'll never compromise my principles. I firmly oppose these shady products." Han Yufan, standing below the stage, was livid. This damned woman, was she openly defying Tianyi Entertainment? Then, Tang Ning dropped another bombshell. "Finally, I want to use this platform to announce that, starting today, I, Tang Ning, am officially making my comeback." The audience erupted in applause and cheers. Han Yufan's face turned ashen. She knew there was another battle to fight. As soon as she returned to the waiting room, the representative of the collaborating company stormed in, furious. "Tang Ning, I'm warning you. Go back out there and apologize right now, or you'll regret ever being born." Tang Ning chuckled. "I've already said what I had to say. There's no way I'm apologizing." The representative snarled, "If you don't fix this and eliminate the negative impact on us, we'll have to resort to other measures." He gestured to several burly men behind him. The three menacing men immediately advanced towards Tang Ning. Seeing this, Long Jie and Lin Wei quickly shielded her. "What do you think you're doing?" they demanded. Han Yufan, his face grim, hadn't expected Tang Ning to turn the tables on him. He didn't want to be dragged into this. He grabbed Tang Ning and pulled her aside, hissing, "Think carefully. If you act all high and mighty and break industry rules today, no one will ever hire you for endorsements again. You'll bear the consequences of this yourself. Don't expect the company to cover for you. And since you refuse to cooperate with Mo Yuru's image rehabilitation, the company will have to take matters into its own hands. Don't blame me when we start smearing you." Tang Ning wrenched her hand free. "Mr. Han, it seems you didn't understand what I said earlier. My announcement of my comeback means I'll honor my contractual obligations, and I'll also receive what I'm entitled to. My lawyer will be here shortly to settle accounts with you, item by item, for everything Tianyi has withheld from me over the years." Han Yufan had never seen Tang Ning so assertive. What had gotten into her? Was she trying to get his attention? As the two were at a standstill, the representative of the collaborating company impatiently yelled at Tang Ning, "If you don't give us a satisfactory explanation today, you won't walk out of this door. Don't force us to use force." Han Yufan watched coldly, making no move to intervene. He wanted Tang Ning to learn the consequences of betraying him. Long Jie nervously shielded Tang Ning, wishing she were a man so she could knock those thugs down and escape with Tang Ning. Just when they were trapped, a loud bang echoed through the room. The door to the waiting room was kicked open. Tang Ning had defied her ex-boyfriend Han Yufan by refusing to help Mo Yuru improve her image and publicly criticizing the shady product. As a result, she was threatened by the collaborating company. While Han Yufan watched coldly, the door to the waiting room was suddenly kicked open. A man carrying a briefcase walked in with 3 security guards. He scanned the room and asked, "Who's in charge here?" The representative of the collaborating company stepped forward hesitantly. "Who are you?" The man pulled out a legal document from his briefcase and handed it over. "I'm a lawyer from Hai Rui Entertainment. Your company's unauthorized use of our artist's image has severely damaged our interests. See you in court. The representative's hands trembled as he looked at the document. Small companies often tried to ride on the coattails of larger ones. Why was Hairue targeting them? They were doomed. The lawyer's security guards forced back the thugs who had been so aggressive just moments before. Long Jie smirked. Serves them right for messing with M.O. Ting's beloved wife. But how long has M.O. Ting had people planted here? He arrived just in time. He's clearly serious about Tang Ning. Han Yufan, realizing Hairue's involvement, quietly slipped out the back door to avoid being implicated. After this incident, Tang Ning's comeback announcement was met with widespread online support. Long Jie scrolled through the comments with a satisfied grin. Mo Yuru must be furious. She'll probably use this as an excuse to demand Han Yufan punish Tang Ning. Unfazed, Tang Ning turned to Lin Wei, who was driving. Are the arrangements for the expose all set? Lin Wei replied with a determined look, of course. It's going to be explosive. Seeing the overwhelming online support for Tang Ning, Mo Yuru angrily threw the remote control onto the sofa. That woman wants a comeback. Not as long as I'm around. Provoked, Han Yufan pushed open the office door and stormed in, irritably tugging at his tie. Mo Yuru rushed forward to embrace him, complaining tearfully, Tang Ning is deliberately smearing the company. We need to issue a clarification statement immediately. Let's say she orchestrated this collaboration herself for the money, and it has nothing to do with the company. She's becoming increasingly disobedient. I think she's still holding a grudge against us being together and is deliberately trying to harm you. Han Yufan gently stroked her hair, promising to immediately arrange for the PR team to issue a statement. The statement thoroughly smeared Tang Ning, even announcing the company's decision to impose the highest penalty on her, suspending all her commercial activities. Furthermore, Han Yufan arranged for company employees to be interviewed, all claiming that Tang Ning was lying. They insisted she had fabricated the whole thing for publicity. The despicable couple smugly congratulated themselves on the effectiveness of their PR efforts. Just as they were gloating that Tang Ning would never recover, the secretary burst in, panicked. Mr. Han, it's bad. Someone suddenly posted something online, and the comments are exploding. Han Yufan had a bad premonition. What else has been leaked? The secretary pulled out her phone and played an audio clip, saying hesitantly, it's better if you listen yourself. The despicable couple, through the company's statement, had slung all sorts of mud at Tang Ning, hoping to crush her completely. Unexpectedly, a reputable media outlet released an internal audio recording from Channy Entertainment. That little bitch Tang Ning deserves to be my stand-in for the rest of her life. Reject all those collaboration offers for Tang Ning. Give that worthless product endorsement to Tang Ning. Netizens quickly recognized the voice as belonging to the mistress, the model. Mo Yuru, furious, snatched the secretary's phone. She slammed it to the ground. The secretary, heartbroken over her phone, continued her report through gritted teeth. The internet is in an uproar. Everyone is criticizing the company. Advertisers are demanding to terminate their contracts. Han Yufan, unable to bear it any longer, roared for her to leave. He slumped against his desk, rubbing his forehead, and told Mo Yuru to leave as well. He needed to calm down and think of a solution. After they left, Han Yufan picked up his phone. If Tang Ning insisted on fighting him, then she shouldn't blame him for being ruthless. He dialed a number. Sister, I need your help. Meanwhile, on the way home, Lu Che, Tang Ning's assistant, was driving and showering her with praise. Madam, that move was brilliant. Mo Ting was also in a good mood. Passing a flower shop, he instructed Lu Che to buy a bouquet of red roses. He wanted to congratulate his wife on her successful comeback. Luque grinned. It seemed both the CEO and his wife were happy today. With such a good atmosphere, he had to prepare a surprise for them. Lin Wei called Tang Ning to tell her that Channy Entertainment, backed into a corner, had publicly admitted their mistake and wanted to offer her business opportunities. But they want you and Mo Yuru to go abroad together for a secret magazine photo shoot. What are they up to? Tang Ning, washing fruit, replied, Han Yufan is trying to appease the public first, then use our collaboration to pretend the rumors are false. He probably also wants to use this opportunity to whitewash Mo Yuru's image. But he doesn't have the brains for this. Someone must be advising him. Probably his gold medal agent sister, who works abroad. Lin Wei asked worriedly if she should accept. Tang Ning replied decisively, of course. Since he's given me a chance to compete fairly, I can't disappoint him. Lin Wei was confident that with her professionalism, she could easily outshine Mo Yuru. Tang Ning finished washing the fruit and turned around, only to fall into a familiar embrace. Mo Ting held her waist. Mrs. Mo, I told you not to go into the kitchen again. Why are you disobeying me? He then gave her a long, tender kiss. He then ushered her out of the kitchen, put on an apron, and expertly began cutting the fruit. Tang Ning looked at the man who treasured her so much. Although she had impulsively married him, she knew she hadn't made a mistake. Clutching her racing heart, she returned to the bedroom. She was surprised to find a bouquet of vibrant red roses on the bed. She picked them up and inhaled their fragrance. She hadn't expected Mo Ting to be so romantic. Then she noticed a small package tucked among the flowers. Curious, she took it out and blushed deeply. Why would Mo Ting prepare this? Did he want to? Just then, Mo Ting entered with the prepared fruit. Seeing her blushing and holding the roses, he asked if she liked them. Tang Ning said it was the first time she had received so many flowers and that she was truly surprised. Mo Ting took out a single rose and knelt down on one knee. You're so easily satisfied. I prefer you to be a little greedier. Ask for diamonds, jewels, fame, anything. Tang Ning cupped his face and said earnestly, I've asked for the title of your wife for your future. What could be more precious than you? And so, another romantic and beautiful night began. After the scheming Mo Yuru successfully used her pregnancy, the opportunistic employees immediately treated her as the future CEO's wife, showering her with flattery. They treated Tang Ning casually, even ignoring her. Mo Yuru glanced at Lin Wei, who was trailing behind Tang Ning, and said sarcastically, you should be careful around someone who would betray their former client. Tang Ning chuckled and retorted, I've even met someone who steals another woman's fiancé. Should I be afraid of a discarded agent? Montak Yulu Blistut. Don't get cocky, Tang Ning. This photo shoot is to promote my nomination for Top 10 Model of the Year. You're just there to be my backdrop. Tang Ning nonchalantly flipped her hair. Then I wish you all the best. She glanced around at the surrounding employees. Yesterday, my lawyer settled the contract with Mr. Han. The company agreed to give me the treatment I deserve. From now on, you'd all better be careful with your words and actions. The employees who had considered Tang Ning insignificant immediately lowered their heads and greeted her nervously. Satisfied, Tang Ning walked towards the meeting room. He wanted me to play second fiddle to Mo Yuru. In his dreams, Han Yufan went abroad to shoot for Secret magazine. He made a brief itinerary. He said that I will personally lead the team this time. Although Secret has shown signs of decline in recent years, its influence is still undeniable, and their purpose in inviting Asian models is to use Eastern trends to make a comeback. Yuru has a more precise grasp of fashion, so Tang Ning, you need to focus on her this time. As soon as these words were spoken, everyone in the meeting room understood. This clearly meant that Tang Ning was to be Mo Yuru's supporting role. Mo Yuru looked at Han Yufan affectionately. Don't worry, I won't disappoint you. Tang Ning didn't change her expression. She stood up directly and said to Lin Wei and Long Jia, let's go. Seeing her ignore him, Han Yufan slammed the table angrily. What do you mean by this? Tang Ning turned around and looked at him sarcastically. Don't tell me you think I'll put up with you forever. Mo Yuru's reputation as a mistress is out there. It's harder than climbing a mountain for her to get work. Using my name, riding on my popularity, and even wanting me to be her supporting actress. Does she deserve it? Mo Yuru shouted angrily. How dare you say that again? Tang Ning turned and waved her hand dismissively. If you're so capable, go shoot it yourself. Han Yufan suppressed his anger and tried to stop her. Wait a minute, we could discuss this further. Tang Ning said indifferently, you know very well the importance of this shoot. Isn't it a bit delusional to want to use me as a stepping stone? Whether Mo Yuru's fashion sense is better than mine remains to be seen. You seem to have forgotten. I'm the only one at Tianyi who has shot a blockbuster, right? Mo Yuru jumped up in anger. I'll tear your mouth apart. For the sake of the bigger picture, Han Yufan quickly held her back. Tang Ning is right. Just listen to her this time. Tang Ning sneered and left directly with Long Jie and Lin Wei. Mo Yuru kept throwing things around, venting her anger. I've really had enough. Why should I listen to Tang Ning? Han Yufan rarely lost his temper with her. When will you grow up? If Tang Ning doesn't participate in the shoot, you can forget about your top 10 of the year award. Think about it yourself. Mo Yuru was stunned. Han Yufan was actually scolding her. She clutched her stomach and started crying very cheap ly. Do you know I'm carrying your child? This time, Han Yufan didn't comfort her as he usually did. If it weren't for you being pregnant, I wouldn't have to go abroad myself. Can you please stop holding me back? He then left the meeting room without looking back. The assistant carefully approached to comfort Mo Yuru. Mr. Han is right. Just be patient for now. Once your reputation is restored, we won't have to fear Tang Ning. Don't get upset and hurt yourself. Mo Yuru had to swallow her resentment. She wanted to see whether Tang Ning, the has-been model, was more professional or whether she, Mo Yuru, was superior. Talk about digging your own grave. The Green TB *TCH originally wanted to make the female lead watch her and the scumbags show off their love on the plane to the foreign country. But Tang Ning walked straight past, took off her sunglasses, and said indifferently, I'm in first class. Long Jie, her assistant, also flaunted her ticket smugly. Sorry, so are we. You two enjoy yourselves in business class. Mo Yuru was furious but helpless. After the three entered the first-class cabin, they discovered that there were no other passengers. Long Jie asked uneasily, that scumbag couple won't upgrade and come in later, will they? The flight attendant smiled and told her, Mr. Mo has booked the entire first-class cabin. There won't be any other passengers. Long Jie said sourly, Tang Ning, you're so lucky. Lin Wei looked puzzled. Just as he was about to ask what was going on, a handsome, distinguished man emerged from the restroom. He froze. Wasn't this Mo Ting, the CEO of Hai Rue Entertainment? However, what surprised him even more was Tang Ning showed no sign of unfamiliarity when she saw Mo Ting. Instead, she looked pleasantly surprised. Mr. Mo, can you explain why you are here? Mo Ting easily put his arm around her shoulders. Mrs. Mo, are you not happy to see me? Lin Wei's mind went blank. Long Jie winked at him. Tang Ning hasn't formally introduced you yet, has she? Mo Ting is her new husband. So you know how much I want to call Mo Yuru out every time she showed off to Tang Ning. Lin Wei nodded in agreement, because that's exactly how he felt right now. The next morning, the plane arrived at the airport. Han Yufan's gold medal agent, Han Ruoxue, personally came to pick them up. To his excitement, he actually ran into the king of the domestic entertainment industry, Mo Ting. Tang Ning calmly put on her sunglasses. Han Ruoxue quickly regained her gold medal agent composure and said to the three of them, you guys go rest and adjust to the time difference. Yufan, Yuru, and I have a family dinner. She thought this would provoke Tang Ning, but Tang Ning calmly walked towards the exit. I haven't been here for a long time. I might stay at a friend's house. You can cancel the hotel room. The three arrived at a secluded spot outside the airport. Sure enough, a stretch limousine was waiting. After getting into the car, the atmosphere was somewhat subdued. Mo Ting handed Tang Ning a glass of red wine and asked gently, are you worried about the magazine shoot? Tang Ning did have some concerns. Those people will definitely create a lot of trouble for me. I'm afraid this shoot won't go smoothly. Long Jie said angrily, they're just bullying us because we don't have any connections here. Tang Ning asked rhetorically, who said I don't know anyone here. When I was a runway model for the Master, I met many international supermodels. The editor-in-chief of Royal Magazine was my mentor for half a month. It's just that they didn't know my Chinese name back then. Hearing that Tang Ning knew these big names in the European and American fashion world, Long Jie and Lin Wei were stunned. After a long silence, Mo Ting suddenly asked, I know the editor-in-chief of Royal Magazine. Would you like to meet him? We can make it a private gathering. Tang Ning didn't really want Mo Ting's help, but after a few seconds of thought, she nodded. Meanwhile, Han Ruoxue, along with Han Yufan and Mo Yuru, were dining in the hotel lobby. Han Ruoxue, cunningly, said, the work meeting tomorrow is at 8 a.m., but I'll have someone tell Tang Ning it's at 9 a.m. And the editor-in-chief of Secret Magazine hates it when people are late. This way, Tang Ning will likely be replaced on the spot. The Jianan, in order to whitewash his image and help this scheming mistress who secured her position through pregnancy, is resorting to underhanded tactics against the female lead. He even enlisted his gold medal agent's sister to help. The siblings are truly two peas in a pod, joining forces to sabotage the female lead. Han Ruoxue had someone inform Tang Ning that the meeting with Secret Magazine the next day was at 9 a.m., deliberately changing it from 8 a.m. This way, the client would surely replace her for being late and unprofessional. Just as they were gloating, thinking Tang Ning was still sound asleep, they were stunned when she pushed open the meeting room door. Tang Ning and two others were already waiting. Mo Yuru asked in surprise, "How did you get here so early?" Tang Ning chuckled. "A friend gave me a lift on their way to work." Han Ruoxue's first scheme failed. She thought, even if Tang Ning knows I'm trying to push her out and is prepared, what can she do? I'm the planner for this event. I have plenty of ways to deal with her. Little did she know, Tang Ning's doting husband, Mo Ting, had already obtained the Secret Magazine schedule for her. This little trick was like watching monkeys perform. After everyone was seated, Mina, the head of Secret Magazine, walked in with two assistants. She glanced haughtily at Tang Ning and Mo Yuru, then said to Han Ruoxue, "I've reviewed both models' profiles. Everyone's time is precious, so I'll be blunt. I only want a Mo Yuru. As for Tang Ning, I don't think she fits our shooting theme." She then tossed Tang Ning's resume onto the table. Things were going exactly as Han Ruoxue had planned. After all, whispering Tang Ning's shortcomings in Mina's ear for so long had paid off. Han Ruoxue then took out the profiles of her own models and said, "It's fine if you don't use Tang Ning. I have other models for you to choose from." Mina had her assistant collect the profiles and was about to leave when Tang Ning spoke up and stopped her. "May I ask what the shooting theme is?" Mina clearly hadn't expected Tang Ning to speak up. She impatiently replied, "It's Eastern trend." "Miss Tang, you seem so rigid, you're really not suitable." Tang Ning smiled and retorted, "Have you seen my portfolio? Or have you seen my runway shows?" Mina clearly hadn't heard of Tang Ning. She asked doubtfully, "Aren't you a newcomer?" Tang Ning calmly asked, "Did Miss Han tell you I'm a newcomer?" Han Ruoxue couldn't sit still any longer. She lowered her voice and warned, "Don't push it. You have no say here." Tang Ning looked at her with a cold smile. "You use my name to promote Mo Yuru in your own models, exploiting me completely. Am I not even allowed to ask a question? And Miss Mina, since you haven't seen my shows, why put on an act?" Mina was taken aback by Tang Ning's imposing manner. Tang Ning ignored them, put on her sunglasses, and walked towards the door, leaving behind the words, "Let's make a bet. By tomorrow morning, you'll both regret this." Back at Mo Ting's estate, Tang Ning was still fuming. The Han family is truly shameless, one and all. What are you going to do now? You've completely fallen out with those siblings. Tang Ning stretched nonchalantly. "Don't worry. Perhaps even before tomorrow, Secret Magazine will be calling to apologize and win me back." That morning, Mo Ting had given her an invitation to a photography exhibition. The organizer was none other than her mentor, the editor-in-chief of Royale magazine. Coincidentally, the head of Secret Magazine would also be attending. That evening, when Tang Ning appeared in an elegant, Oriental-inspired gown, she immediately attracted a lot of attention, including that of Mina, who had rejected her earlier that day. Mina walked up to Tang Ning with a glass of champagne and sneered, "I didn't expect you to follow me here just to get back the magazine cover. You're really scheming. No wonder Ruoxue warned me to watch out for you." The scumbag, to whitewash his scheming mistress, hired a gold medal agent's sister to deal with the female lead. She's certainly no pushover. In their first meeting, she managed to get the client's representative to dismiss Tang Ning. But Tang Ning, with the help of her doting husband, Mo Ting, attended the photography exhibition organized by the editor-in-chief of Royale magazine that evening. Mina, the head of Secret Magazine, assumed she was there out of desperation. But Tang Ning, composed and dignified, clarified, "I think you've misunderstood something." Mina scoffed, "You knew I wanted to shoot Eastern trend, and you deliberately dressed like this to attract my attention. But it's a pity. I never change my mind once it's made up." Tang Ning raised her voice and reiterated, "My attire today has nothing to do with Secret Magazine. You're taking yourself too seriously." The argument attracted the attention of Bertha, the organizer, who was accompanying VIP guests. Tang Ning smiled brightly and softly called out, "Mentor, Bertha rushed over excitedly and hugged her. "Oh, my dear darling, it's been so long." Mina stared at them in surprise. How could Tang Ning be so close to the editor-in-chief of Royale magazine? After exchanging pleasantries, Bertha asked what was going on. Tang Ning briefly explained the situation. The outspoken Bertha, after hearing the story, immediately laid into Mina. "You rejected my darling and chose a second-rate model, and you're actually smug about it. Do you know how many awards Tang Ning has won for her runway shows?" Mina was stunned. She stammered, "Isn't she a newcomer?" Bertha became even angrier. "She was headlining shows at 18 when you were still nowhere to be seen." She then affectionately, "Don't be upset, my dear Tang Ning. If you want to be on a specific cover, just tell me directly." Mina's heart suddenly burned with anger. Han Ruoxue actually dared to lie to her. No, she had to win Tang Ning back. Tang Ning declined her mentor's kindness and told her about her experiences over the years, expressing that she was very clear about her current position and would rely on her own efforts to return to the peak step by step. Bertha nodded with satisfaction. She believed Tang Ning had the strength to do so. After the photography exhibition, Tang Ning got into the car and was about to leave when Mina suddenly stopped her. "Can you give me 5 minutes? We need to talk. As long as you agree to shoot our cover, I can agree to any conditions." Tang Ning looked at her pointedly. "Even if it means falling out with Han Ruoxue. I'm someone who always gets revenge. Mina nu did firmly. I said at all costs. Dank Ning Smilet. Then I'll wait and see your sincerity." She then closed the car window and told the driver to leave. Tomorrow, Han Ruoxue will experience the consequences of her actions. Back at the manor, after taking a bath, Tang Ning leaned lazily against Mo Ting, who was reading documents. She giggled and was about to get intimate with him when the jerk, Han Yufan, suddenly called. He said coldly, "Since the magazine didn't choose you, you should come back tomorrow. Not being chosen is your own problem. You can't blame anyone." Tang Ning retorted sarcastically, "You used me and then kicked me aside. Do you expect me to accept that happily?" Han Yufan became impatient. "Why can't you just let us be? I love Yuru. It's not her fault." Tang Ning finally said coldly, "Your selfishness will only push Mo Yuru into a deeper abyss." Mo Ting saw that her good mood had been completely ruined by the call, so he held her and comforted her gently. Tang Ning tried to calm down and said she was fine, just occasionally disgusted, and couldn't remain indifferent yet. Mo Ting changed the subject and asked if she had seen her mentor at the photography exhibition. Tang Ning leaned naturally in his arms and said that everything went well and she met many famous people. "The only regret is that you weren't by my side." Mo Ting said meaningfully, "There will definitely be opportunities in the future." After the jerk siblings teamed up to kick the female lead out of the magazine shoot to promote their little mistress, they didn't expect a shocking reversal the next day. Early in the morning, the three of them arrived at the secret headquarters to prepare for the signing. Mo Yuru also wanted to participate in the shoot as soon as possible because she was worried that her pregnant belly would slowly become noticeable. Soon, Mina, the person in charge, walked into the conference room with her assistant. Han Ruoxue quickly stood up and said, "We are ready and can start shooting at any time. Rest assured, Yuru will definitely make Secret explode in the Eastern fashion scene." Mina sneered, "But what can I do? I've changed my mind. I'm not going to use either of the models you have. This is the condition the other party agreed to for signing with me." She then tore the contract to shreds. Han Ruoxue slammed the table in anger. "What do you mean by this?" Mina slammed the shredded contract onto the table. "You, for your family's private matters, pushed a third-rate model onto me. Who told me Tang Ning was a new model? She has won awards and recognition internationally. She's also the prize protege of Royale magazine's editor-in-chief. Because of your selfishness, I lost face at yesterday's photography exhibition. Now you'd better stop your scheming." Han Ruoxue blushed from the accusations, her tone softening. "But you can't just cancel the contract like that. You've seen Mo Yuru's professionalism." Mina smiled and gestured with her hand. "I don't have the final say in this matter. If you want to plead, talk to the model I finally managed to sign." Honryuksu gritted hartit. She wanted to see just how amazing this model was, the one who made the other party break their contract and fall out with her. Mina glanced at the door and said meaningfully, "She's here." All three looked angrily towards the door, wanting to know who was coming to ruin their plans. The conference room door was pushed open heavily. Then, a bright figure appeared before everyone's eyes. It was Tang Ning. "Han Yufan, and Mo Yuru stood up in shock. No one expected Tang Ning to be able to persuade Mina and make such a comeback. Mina announced with a hint of sarcasm. After careful consideration, Secret has unanimously decided to invite Tang Ning to be our model. We're still using Tiany's artist. You should be happy. Why do you all look so upset? Mo Yuru couldn't bear it anymore and questioned Tang Ning. What methods did you use to steal the magazine cover that belongs to me? Tang Ning chuckled. You used my popularity to go abroad, using the pretense of competing with me to create hype and cover up your scandal. But after arriving here, you discarded me like a used rag. You slandered me in front of the collaborators and fabricated my resume to get me eliminated. Is that how this magazine cover belongs to you? Everyone relies on their own abilities. I won't actively snatch anything from anyone, but I won't tolerate anyone stepping on me. Tang Ning's words were forceful and resonant, making Mina, who had once misunderstood her, see her in a completely new light. Han Yufan angrily confronted Tang Ning. This is a critical period for Yuru. The entire Tianyi should help her through this difficulty. Can't you be less selfish? Tang Ning skoffet. Isn't her difficulty thanks to you? I don't care how you want to promote her, but if you want to step on me to rise, I'll only make her fall harder. Mina didn't bother looking at them anymore and patted Tang Ning's shoulder. She said to her, I'll wait for you. In half an hour, tell me whether Mo Yuru is staying or leaving. The bodyguards at the door are for you. If anyone is foolish enough to try anything, just shout. She then left the conference room with her assistant. No one expected the rejected female lead to make such a stunning comeback. The collaborating party didn't want to get involved in their internal conflict, leaving it to Tang Ning to decide whether to shoot alone or bring the mistress along. Mo Yuru furiously asked Tang Ning what she wanted. Tang Ning smilet feintly. That's not the attitude of someone asking for a favor. Han Yufan fought back the urge to lash out, telling her not to push it too far. Han Ruoshiue's eyes reddened as she softened her stance. State your demands. If you go too far, none of us will benefit. Tang Ning sneered inwardly. As expected, reasoning with these people was useless. Only when their own interests were at stake would they yield. I can help you, she said, but I want Tianyi Entertainment to promise that from now on, I will have full autonomy over my endorsements and collaborations. The company will not interfere or force me. Han Ruoshue immediately refused in anger. That's impossible. That's no different from terminating your contract or setting up a personal studio for you. Tang Ning gave her signature smile. Then let's just wait and see. I'm afraid Mo Yuru's pregnancy can't wait. The siblings pondered for a moment. Finally, Han Ruoshue spoke. The most I can agree to is giving you a say. The company won't arbitrarily arrange your work. As for the projects you choose, they must be vetted by the company. Otherwise, what if you accept engagements indiscriminately and damage the company's reputation? Tang Ning noted. Fine, but I demand that all senior management be involved in the decision-making process. After all, I can no longer trust Han Yufan. Also, stop tying me to Mo Yuru. Han Ryoksu sneered. Deal. I don't believe Tang Ning can make any waves on her own. Finally, both sides signed the agreement and parted ways. Before leaving, Han Ruoshue warned Tang Ning, I really didn't expect you to go against the company for such a small benefit. You're ruining your own future. Tang Ning calmly replied, that's none of your concern. Long Jia sneered behind her. What a bunch of idiots. They'll be scared to death when they find out Tang Ning is the CEO's wife at Hai Rue. Han Yufan put his arm around Mo Yuru and said coldly to Tang Ning, I used to care about our past relationship, but after today, I only feel disgust for you. Mo Yuru laughed triumphantly in her heart. Tang Ning loved Yufan so much. Hearing this would probably break her heart. But unexpectedly, Tang Ning smiled and replied, I thought you'd already sensed my disgust for you. The three of them were speechless. Tang Ning didn't want to argue with them any further. Back in the car, Long Jia laughed heartily, saying that today was incredibly satisfying. Lin Wei, who was driving, asked Tang Ning curiously, did you plan to use this opportunity to gain control from Tianyi? Tang Ning looked down at the supplementary agreement written by Han Yufan. If I hadn't, they would have continued to manipulate me before the trip to Palo Bandon. Long Jia encouraged her, this time, you must use your strength to crush that little green tea bitch. Back at the manor, The three women drank red wine cheerfully. At that moment, Mo Ting's voice came from behind Tang Ning. That's no problem. To celebrate Tang Ning taking back what belongs to her, I'll cook today. He then looked at the supplementary agreement, stroking Tang Ning's hair, and told her, Han Rawashua agreed to your terms so easily because he knows very well that if Mo Yuru gains power, it will be easy for him to crush you again. Long Jia looked at the entertainment news online. The trending topics were all about their PK, mocking Tang Ning and belittling her mercilessly. It was utterly shameless. Tang Ning said indifferently, it's their usual hype tactic. Let them brag. Mo Ting didn't speak, but a playful smile appeared on his face. Tang Ning snuggled into his arms and asked, are you thinking the same thing as me? Mo Ting only said 2 words, quicksand. The higher Mo Yuru is praised now, the harder she'll fall when she's disgraced. The head-to-head competition between the female lead and the green tea officially began. Under the PR maneuvering of the scumbag and his gold medal manager, Mo Yuru's popularity in China soared again. Few people were optimistic about Tang Ning. Han Rawashua knew clearly that the press releases were working, but the most crucial factor was the outcome of this photo shoot. Mo Yuru said confidently, I've seen Tang Ning's shows. I don't think I'm any worse than her. She even worked as my stand-in several times before. Tang Ning humiliated us like that. I must get revenge. Tomorrow, she and I will fight to the death. The next morning, Tang Ning arrived at the shooting location first. After taking her measurements, the exclusive fashion designer for Royale magazine thought she was more suited to light-colored, Oriental-style clothing. Tang Ning just smiled and said nothing. Long Jia, however, couldn't help but interrupt. Our Tang Ning can pull off any style. She's not picky about clothes. At this moment, Mo Yuru also entered the makeup room, accompanied by her assistant. She snatched the lipstick from Tang Ning's hand and said arrogantly, I guess being a stand-in model for so long, you've lost the right to be picky about clothes. You've forgotten what it means to be discerning. She then walked to the clothes rack, pointed at a few outfits, and told the designer she wants these. The assistant chimed in, Yuru isn't like those has-been models. Those in this industry can't just wear anything. Long Jie retorted sarcastically, in the eyes of men, isn't what a mistress wears just the emperor's new clothes. Is there a difference between wearing something and nothing? The world has different levels of tolerance for men and women. Don't you understand that yet? Mo Yuru was so angry she was about to lash out physically. Her assistant quickly pulled her back. Tang Ning didn't want to argue with her anymore, so she got up and went to the recording hall. This interview was being broadcast live online. Facing the host questions, Tang Ning spoke fluent English throughout, expressing herself eloquently. Mo Yuru, with her translator, was a few seconds behind, clearly unable to keep up. Suddenly, a reporter asked a sharp question. What are your opinions of each other? Tang Ning considered her words carefully, while Mo Yuru stammered, unable to speak. Han Yufan, watching from below, was already sweating. If Tang Ning decided to criticize Mo Yuru at this moment, there would be no way for him to stop it. Who knew Tang Ning only said 2 words, confident, little green tea. Isn't she always full of herself? But Mo Yuru surprisingly said, the Tang Ning I see isn't humble enough. The reporter gave an awkward laugh. This arrogant model's EQ is too low. From this perspective, the confidence Tang Ning mentioned just now really has a hidden meaning. Han Yufan was so angry he almost rushed onto the stage. Does Mo Yuru even have a brain? This is a live broadcast. How could she say such damaging things? Just as the host froze, not knowing how to smooth things over, Tang Ning smoothly took over the conversation and said, Miss Mo is a model who can appear in the same news section as Senior Hu Jingjing. I indeed still have a lot to learn. The host could naturally tell that these were polite words. Mo Yuru, a small-time model begging to shoot for a third-rate magazine. How could she compare with an international supermodel? How could you say such thoughtless things during a live broadcast? Mo Yuru, whose head had been swelled by the compliments she'd received these past few days, retorted Bu Fuchida. Do you really think I'm worse than Tang Ning in your heart? Han Yufan was so exasperated by her stupidity that he was speechless. Tang Ning, watching their argument from afar, sneered. At this moment, Mo Ting suddenly called, saying that supermodel Hu Jingjing's side had already handed the matter regarding the interview over to their legal team. Since Mo Yuru has the guts to bully my wife, she should be prepared to bear the consequences. Tang Ning felt a warmth in her heart. Her dear husband really was a fiercely protective person. With the female lead and little green tea locked in a fierce battle, the photo shoot for the magazine spread began. For the double cover, both women wanted to make the other a mere backdrop, but how they would play it depended on their individual skills. Mo Yuru chose a luxurious and elegant oriental outfit. It had to be said, this outfit really suited her temperament. The staff on set kept praising her beauty. On the other hand, Tang Ning, in a cheapao, seemed a bit plain and dull, just sitting quietly. The photographer was indeed captivated by Mo Yuru's makeup at first glance. The assistant couldn't help but exclaim, I heard this model is comparable to supermodel Hua Jingjing. Her professional skills must be very strong. But when a photographer saw the poses she struck, his brow furrowed. What is she doing? I want an oriental beauty, not a promiscuous woman. During the test shots, she kept her head down, only allowing the photographer to see her broad forehead. Moreover, she only had one smile and one expression throughout. The photographer didn't say anything, just mechanically finished her solo shots. Mo Yuru even confidently came over to ask how they turned out. The photographer was so annoyed, he didn't want to speak. The assistant hurried her out to rest for a while, praising her photos profusely. Behind her, the photographer scoffed, what a mess. Call the next one in. Seeing the stiff Tang Ning enter, the photographer's heart sank. The previous one lacked professional skill. This one didn't even seem to have any personality. He really didn't understand how these women could be called models. But when the official shoot began, the photographer was pleasantly surprised. Tang Ning's every glance and smile perfectly captured the reserved elegance of an Oriental woman. The photographer was ecstatic, repeatedly exclaiming, "Perfect! This is true Oriental fashion." He became even more excited to see her performance in the paired shoot. Tang Ning returned to the dressing room and pushed open the door, only to see Han Yufan walk out, his clothes disheveled. Seeing the marks on his chest, she couldn't help but scoff inwardly. Such a familiar scene. Couldn't these two control themselves? The wardrobe department had meticulously prepared two Republican-era kipeos, one black and one white. The gentle white suited Tang Ning, while the alluring black was a perfect match for Mo Yuru. But because lighter colors attract the eye more, Mo Yuru snatched the white one. Long Jie angrily confronted her. "Are you addicted to stealing things?" Mo Yuru said disdainfully. "Tang Ning doesn't have a problem with it. You're just an assistant. What right do you have to object?" Long Jie wanted to argue further, but Tang Ning calmly said, "Give it to her, as long as she doesn't regret it." The results would soon be revealed in the paired shoot. The photographer, seeing the two enter the prepared street scene, turned to ask his assistant, "Did Tang Ning see us change the set just now?" The assistant replied, "She ran into the stage crew when they were coming in." The photographer nodded approvingly. Tang Ning was not only professionally skilled, but also knew how to use the time, place, and people to her advantage. Against the light-colored backdrop, the rich black naturally stood out more. At this moment, Mo Yuru was still pleased with herself, thinking she had made the right choice with a white cheapao. Hadn't the director placed her closer to the camera? After the shoot, the photographer sincerely applauded. "Fantastic, you're a genius." He thought to himself that it was simply unjust for a model like Tang Ning to not be famous. Mo Yuru, thinking the praise was directed at her, said without modesty, "This is just my normal performance. Being too excellent is really troublesome." The photographer shook his head behind her and said to Tang Ning, "Your colleague is really annoying." The self-absorbed little green tea. After the photo shoot with the female lead, she couldn't wait to throw herself into the scumbag's arms. Han Yufan embraced her dotingly, believing that she would surely make a successful comeback this time. But then he heard the staff behind them praising Tang Ning. "You're the most outstanding model I've ever seen. That woman doesn't deserve to be called a model. Unprofessional and arrogant. She actually thinks everyone is praising her. She's really sick." Little Green Tea didn't understand English, but Han Yufan did. He felt a pang of unease and asked Mo Yuru, "Was the photographer really praising you?" Long Jie bustled excitedly into the dressing room, her face beaming. "Tang Ning, you know what I just heard?" The photographer said Mo Yuru's solo shots looked like, well, a cheap woman. It really suits her. Mo Yuru, overhearing this, lunged at Long Jie, but Tang Ning reacted swiftly, grabbing her wrist. What do you think you're doing? Tang Ning demanded. Mo Yuru roared furiously. Tang Ning, even in defeat, you should have some grace. You're just upset that I'm the star of the shoot today, aren't you? And you even have your assistant bad-mouthing me behind my back. Long Jie shielded Tang Ning. I don't want to waste my breath on you. Whether the photography team prefers you or Tang Ning will be clear next Wednesday. Montag Yulu scuffed coldly. Exactly. That day will also make you realize your own abilities and status. With that, she swept the bottles and jars from the dressing table onto the floor, scattering shards of glass everywhere. The fragments flew past Tang Ning's legs, leaving thin cuts. Long Jie, seeing this, roared like a madwoman. What are you doing? Do you know how much Tang Ning's legs are worth? Apologize to her right now. Mo Yuru looked at her defiantly, as if she'd heard a joke. Apologize. Dream on. Long Jie was about to lunge at her, but Tang Ning stopped her. Since she won't apologize, let's call the insurance company and have them document this. Han Yufan, watching from nearby, scowled. How could you be so malicious? Yuru just did it accidentally. Tang Ning sneered it. She grabbed a bottle of toner from the table and smashed it in front of Mo Yuru. Similarly, Mo Yuru's legs were also cut by the glass shards. Ignoring Mo Yuru's fury, Tang Ning gave a light, mocking laugh. Oh, I'm so sorry. My hand slipped. Seeing Han Yufan's furious glare, Tang Ning remained calm. Are you going to blame me for my carelessness? Wouldn't that make you even more malicious than me, Mo Yuru? Mo Yuru, in a fit of rage, challenged Tang Ning. Let's make a bet. After this magazine issue comes out, if more people support me than you, then you'll quit modeling forever. Tang Ning dismissively turned and walked towards the door. Who do you think you are? Even a reigning champion thinks too highly of herself. Outside, Mo Ting, her husband, was waiting for her. When he saw Tang Ning's injured legs, his expression turned icy. He quickly asked what had happened. Long Jie started to explain, but Tang Ning interrupted. Let's talk about it back home. Back at the estate, Mo Ting carried her to their bedroom. He carefully cleaned and bandaged her wounds. Looking at the man who cared for her so deeply, regardless of his status, Tang Ning felt all her reservations melt away. Suddenly, she embraced him and confessed, I've figured everything out. I love you. I want to be with you, truly be with you. Mo Ting had been waiting to hear those words for a long time. And finally, they truly belonged to each other. The little green tea, who couldn't stand a day without stirring up trouble, was at it again. The despicable couple publicly announced their engagement at a banquet hosted by their collaborators. Unaware of Tang Ning's connection to them, the other guests enthusiastically applauded and congratulated them. Only Tang Ning and her two companions remained motionless and expressionless. Han Ruoxue, watching the drama unfold, asked Tang Ning, aren't you going to congratulate them? Even if you were once Yufan's fiancé, it's all in the past. You can't still be hung up on him, can you? But then again, with your petty nature, I suppose you're incapable of blessing others. Tang Ning calmly looked at the conniving trio. How does that saying go? Birds of a feather. You two are truly a perfect match. She added, so, I wish you a long and happy life together. But to Mo Yuru, those words sounded like anything but a blessing. Mo Yuru, with a smug look, said, Tang Ning, stop pretending. I know you're upset seeing Yufan and me engaged. You think getting a semi-exclusive contract from Tianyi will let you win against me. I'm telling you, both the man and the fame will be mine. Tang Ning continued to play along. You're indeed more powerful than me. After the magazine comes out, your fame and offers will probably skyrocket, while I'll have nothing. Mo Yuru, surprised by Tang Ning's apparent surrender, became even more arrogant. Since you've accepted reality, don't have any inappropriate thoughts in the future. Otherwise, don't blame us for being ruthless. Tang Ning said meaningfully, let's wait until the magazine comes out. Han Yufan coaxed Mo Yuru to sit down and rest, then looked at Tang Ning condescendingly. You're no longer needed here. You can go back to your country. Tang Ning gave a cold smile and turned to leave. I've heard enough of your boasting on this trip. I'm more than happy to go. Watching her leave, Han Ruoxue spitefully suggested, we can't let her leave so quietly. Issue a press release immediately, saying that Tang Ning was utterly defeated in the cover battle. Han Yufan nodded in agreement, saying he would arrange for the PR team to handle it. Mina, the head of Secret Magazine, had been standing nearby, listening to their conversation. Now she understood why Tang Ning was being targeted. But weren't these siblings overestimating underestimating Mo Yuru's abilities. Outside the hotel, she handed Tang Ning a folder. I recommended the behind-the-scenes footage of your advertising shoot to several well-known brands. After seeing it, they all expressed great interest in you. One of them, a famous French cosmetics company, wants you to be their spokesperson for the Asian region. I'll arrange for you to meet with them secretly the day after tomorrow. The official announcement will be made after the magazine release. I'm very optimistic about you. Tang Ning sincerely hugged her and expressed her gratitude. She hadn't expected such a pleasant surprise. After Mina left, Tang Ning instructed Lin Wei to do some background research on the brand to be prepared. Now, they couldn't return to their country just yet. Let Mo Yuru strut around and gloat for a couple more days. The dual cover featuring the female lead and the scheming green tea was released. Long Jia, the top agent who orchestrated the whole thing, saw the trending topics online and furiously slammed her mouse on the ground. The trending topics were all about the mysterious Eastern woman, Tang Ning, while Mo Yuru was reduced to a mere footnote. 2 days later, Secret magazine, whose sales had skyrocketed, held a celebratory banquet. Tang Ning and Mo Yuru were both invited. Mo Yuru, still basking in the joy of her engagement to Han Yufan and oblivious to everything, looked smugly at Tang Ning. I should thank you for contributing so tirelessly to my annual legacy. Tang Ning retorted sarcastically, "You're not still using those supermodel photos to hype yourself up as an international model, are you?" A group of foreign reporters, cameras in hand, rushed towards Tang Ning, leaving Mo Yuru completely ignored. Mo Yuru cursed angrily. Tang Ning is so despicable. She actually bought fans to create hype for herself at an event like this. Lily, get the person in charge. Mina, the person in charge, graciously invited both of them onto the stage. The reporters below exchanged confused glances. I know Tang Ning, but who is Mo Yuru? Another reporter, after thinking for a moment, suddenly realized she must be the person standing next to Tang Ning on the cover. I thought she was part of the background. Hearing these comments, Mo Yuru's face changed dramatically. Tang Ning, you're so vicious. You even hired people to slander me. Do you think you can erase my contribution to Secret magazine sales this way? Tang Ning simply smiled faintly. You think too highly of yourself, Mo Yuru. Mo Yuru, enraged, pointed at the reporters below and demanded, "How much did Tang Ning pay you to praise her like this? You're her dogs." Mina walked towards her with an angry expression. "Miss Mo, I invited you here out of respect and courtesy, but you're actually insulting reporters in such a public setting. Is this your professional attitude?" Mo Yuru didn't understand English and looked at her translator in confusion. After the translator whispered the translation to her, Mo Yuru said angrily, "Tell her these people are all plants hired by Tang Ning. Otherwise, why would they only pay attention to her and insult me?" Mina sneered after hearing this. "I didn't want to argue with you today, but since you brought it up, I'll be blunt. I've never seen a magazine with two models on the cover where one is incredibly popular and the other is completely irrelevant." Mo Yuru's face turned pale. "I don't believe it. This must be your conspiracy." Mina directly threw a copy of the latest magazine at her. "It seems Miss Mo's understanding of her own abilities isn't quite clear. I had low expectations for you, but I didn't expect you to reduce yourself to background noise." Mo Yuru's confidence crumbled. Everyone had praised her professionalism. How could she lose? It must be that bitch Tang Ning playing tricks. Thinking of this, she turned around and frantically accused Tang Ning. "How could you do this to me?" Han Yufan embraced the frantic Mo Yuru and glared at Tang Ning. "You'll stop at nothing for revenge, won't you?" Tang Ning picked up the magazine Mo Yuru had thrown on the ground and smiled sweetly. "Mr. Han, tell me, how could someone like me, with no background, whose clothes were even stolen during the shoot, stop at nothing?" Han Yufan was speechless. Tang Ning continued, "Mo Yuru was reduced to a footnote because she wasn't professional enough. And now she's too embarrassed to return to her country because you shamelessly tried to drag others down. If this is revenge, the real revenge is yet to come." She exchanged a glance with Mina. "We can announce it now. Two models on a dual cover. The female lead becomes an overnight sensation, while the scheming green tea becomes background noise." Just as Mo Yuru was about to lunge at Tang Ning, Thought another bombshell dropped. Tang Ning had quietly secured the Asian regional endorsement for a famous French cosmetics brand. Mo Yuru's face paled further, her body swaying. If news of her disastrous defeat reached her country, the few small endorsements she had just secured would probably be lost. Han Yufan angrily questioned Tang Ning. When did you get this endorsement? Don't you know you need the company's approval? Tang Ning feigned surprise. The contract was submitted to Tianyi's senior management a long time ago. They approved it unanimously. Didn't anyone tell you? Let me give you a piece of friendly advice. If you continue to protect Mo Yuru, Tianyi will abandon you too. The shareholders won't hesitate to replace an executive president who can't distinguish right from wrong. A celebratory banquet turned into Tianyi's public shaming. Mina, the person in charge of Secret Magazine, called security and had the troublemaking trio thrown out. No one had ever made her suffer such a huge setback. This feud was far from over. The three were unceremoniously kicked out of the hotel. Mo Yuru, pushed to the ground, wished she could tear Tang Ning to pieces. She would never let that bitch go. This scene was captured by Mo Ting, who was waiting for Tang Ning in the car. Can't even handle this small setback. And she dares to insult my darling wife. He immediately instructed his assistant, Lu Che, investigate Han Ruoshua's agency. I need to give her a little parting gift before we return. It's the least I can do after her elaborate scheme against Tang Ning. Han Ruoshua returned home and threw tantrum, seeing the trending topics online about Tang Ning humiliating Mo Yuru. That her hatred for Tang Ning reached its peak. But her retribution came swiftly. The company president suddenly called, his voice filled with displeasure. You can't even manage your own artists, letting their scandals get exposed, and you have the time to meddle in other people's business. You're fired, effective tomorrow. I'm going to blacklist you from the entire industry. Han Ruoshua's mind went blank. She desperately tried to explain, but was interrupted. What's there to explain? You think no one knows about you using company resources for your brother? Just wait for the lawsuit and the penalties for breach of contract. He hung up without giving her a chance to reply. When Han Yufan and Mo Yuru opened the door and came in, they saw him sitting paralyzed on the floor in a daze. Han Yufan hurried forward to ask what had happened. Han Ruoshua yelled hysterically, "Isn't this all because of you? I was fired by the company because of you. I also have to pay $10 million in liquidated damages. Not only that, but I've been completely blacklisted. All my years of hard work have been wasted." Han Yufan hadn't expected the consequences to be so severe, so he gently comforted his sister, saying, "I'll help you." Han Ruoshua thought for a few seconds, then said sharply, "Then pay half of the liquidated damages for me, and I want to become Tang Ning's agent." Han Yufan and Mo Yuru were both stunned, thinking this was simply absurd. Han Ruoshua said hatefully, "If you won't promote her, I will. I'm going to use Tang Ning to make my comeback." Han Yufan stammered, "But she already has Lin Wei." Han Ruoxu retorted, "Bu fu qi di. Can Lin Wei compare to me? Since Tianyi can't suppress Tang Ning anymore, we might as well take advantage of the situation and propel her to the top. This way, we can also gain a good reputation, and I could supervise her. It's killing 3 birds with 1 stone." Han Yufan thought about it and felt that his sister's words made sense, so he agreed. Mo Yuru saw the siblings actually planning to join forces to promote Tang Ning to fame. Wouldn't she be reduced to nothing? No, she absolutely refused to be abandoned. The scumbag had originally intended to use the dual magazine cover to boost the little green tea and suppress the female lead. But after the weekly magazine was published, Tang Ning completely overshadowed Mo Yuru. Furious and annoyed, the siblings discussed the matter. They decided that Han Ruoshua, who had been blacklisted by foreign agencies, would become Tang Ning's new agent. Tang Ning, who had already anticipated all of this, had also prepared a big gift for Han Ruoshua. She wanted to be her agent and controller. Then she would let Han Ruoshua have the desire, but not the opportunity. The celebratory banquet that the company prepared for Tang Ning after her return was more like Han Ruoshua's inauguration ceremony. After Tang Ning arrived at the venue, she quietly found a waiter and gave him a few instructions. Han Yufan took the stage to speak amidst everyone's applause. He said that in addition to congratulating Tang Ning on becoming the Asian spokesperson for a famous French cosmetic brand, there was another important decision to announce. That was that his sister, the gold medal agent Han Ruoxue, will be taking over as Tianyi's artist director. Han Ruoxue, with an air of arrogance, looked around like a queen, finally settling her gaze on Tang Ning. After introducing herself, she said, "Next, I announce." But when she noticed Tang Ning smiling back at her the whole time, a faint sense of foreboding rose in her heart. Sure enough, a waiter hurried onto the stage and handed her a phone. As soon as Han Ruoxue saw the content on the phone, she immediately glared at Tang Ning, her eyes filled with shock and anger. Through gritted teeth, she said, "That will be creating an idol group next year." Han Yufan asked in bewilderment, "Why did you suddenly change your words? What did that waiter show you?" Han Ruoxue glared resentfully at Tang Ning in the distance. She anticipated that I wanted to be her agent, so she used offers from Chuangyi and New Era to threaten me. If I dared to publicly announce that I was becoming her agent, she would dare to terminate her contract with Tianyi on the spot. Han Yufan was also furious. "That bitch is so cunning." Han Ruoxue said hatefully, "I've never loathed an artist so much. She dares to toy with us like this. This won't be her only demand. Go talk to her." Back in the lounge, Han Yufan asked Tang Ning directly, "What else do you want?" Tang Ning readily stated her conditions. "Release Lin Wei. Otherwise, I'll take her with me and leave Tianyi completely." Han Yufan said coldly, "I can let Lin Wei leave, but you can't. My sister wanted to be your agent to promote you. I didn't expect you to threaten Tianyi with terminating your contract. How much do you hate me to come up with so many vicious plans and force us into this position? Dang Ning Tuklet. Everything you do is right, while my counterattack is vicious and insidious. You truly are shameless. By the way, a word of advice. Instead of worrying about me, you better keep an eye on your new fiancée. The top 10 model selection ends tomorrow. What do you think she'll do to achieve her goal?" Han Yufan flinched but still stubbornly retorted, "Stop trying to sow discord. Do you think Yuru is like you, only resorting to schemes?" Tang Ning gave him a meaningful look before leaving. The scumbag had no idea that tonight, a bright green hat would be placed on his head. How powerful is the effect of excessive praise? Previously, the scumbag had arranged for the PR team to have multiple little green teas release rumors to create hype. After becoming a backdrop on the dual cover, the fall was just as dramatic. While Han Yufan was racking his brains, thinking about asking his mother for help if Mo Yuru couldn't overcome this hurdle, his newly engaged wife was already considering betraying him. At her wit's end, Mo Yuru asked her agent, "Isn't there a 40-something-year-old man on the top 10 judging panel who loves pretty young models?" The agent hurriedly advised her not to do anything rash. Mo Yuru said disappointedly, "Han Yufan is no longer reliable. I'm going to take one last gamble. You wouldn't want to go back to our old life of setting up street stalls, would you?" The agent was silent for a few seconds and asked, "Do you really want to do this?" Mo Yuru pulled out a photo of the balding man with his arm around a young model. "No matter the cost, I have to win the top 10 model award." After saying that, she dialed the man's number. After exchanging a few pleasantries, the man let out a Wei Sua chuckle. "I know what you want. I'll be waiting for you at the Rose Hotel tomorrow night at 7. The agent said worriedly, "You're still pregnant. I heard that old man is a beast." Mo Yuru, however, was determined. "If I want to fight Tang Ning to the death, this is the only way." The agent sighed. "All right, I'll help you take photos as evidence tomorrow, just in case that old man tries to deny everything after he's done." The next evening, while Han Yufan was holding what was ostensibly a celebratory banquet for Tang Ning, but actually an inauguration ceremony for his sister, his fiancée, whom he wholeheartedly dotes on, is cheating on him. The Mediterranean man confidently promised, "A spot in the top 10 of the year is absolutely guaranteed for you." Mo Yuru smiled, got out of bed, and started dressing. "Just to be safe, you don't mind that I recorded this, do you? After all, we both know how this industry works. Nothing is ever a sure thing, so I have to take precautions. As soon as I win the award, you'll get the recording back. Well then, I'll go back and wait for your good news." The Mediterranean man's face twitched. He hadn't expected this woman to be so calculating. This time, he'd been outsmarted. The next morning, while Tang Ning was still at home enjoying a sweet moment with Mo Ting, she received a call from Long Jie. Long Jie told her that the organizing committee for the annual model selection had sent an invitation to Mo Yuru. The whole company was in an uproar. Tang Ning thoughtfully asked, "When is the awards ceremony?" Long Jie's tone was a mix of anger and curiosity. It's scheduled for 10 days from now. But how did that woman manage to get through to the judges? Could she have done something shady behind Han Yufan's back? Tang Ning calmly said, "Don't worry about it. She'll only be able to gloat for these 10 days anyway." Long Jie's voice brightened. There's also good news. The committee has invited you to be an award presenter that night. Mo Yuru's overnight turnaround delighted no one more than Han Ruoxue. She had almost given up on her, but unexpectedly, things had taken a turn for the better. Tang Ning had also been invited, but she certainly wasn't going to let her go. Han Ruoxue picked up Tang Ning's invitation and tore it in half. If the organizers ask, just say Tang Ning is acting like a diva and deliberately skipping the event. She then left the office, brimming with triumphant joy. Once they were alone, Han Yufan suddenly asked Mo Yuru, "Don't you think this top 10 of the year selection is a little too suspicious?" Mo Yuru's whole body tensed. "Did Tang Ning say something to you again?" "And you sticht hier intensely." Don't try to shift the blame onto Tang Ning every time something happens. I'm just asking if you've been doing anything behind my back. Mo Yuru stubbornly replied, "Of course not." Han Yufan lifted her chin with a grim expression. "I know all about the darkness in this industry. For you, I almost even asked my mother for help. If you dare to do anything to betray me, then it's completely over between us." Mo Yuru said with a pitiful expression, "I'm also surprised I won the award. I'm carrying your child. How could I mess around?" Han Yufan scrutinized her for a moment and finally chose to believe her. After securing the invitation to the top 10 of the year award ceremony by offering herself up, the scheming Mo Yuru started acting arrogantly again. As luck would have it, she ran into Tang Ning at the company entrance. With a haughty expression, she said, "I receive an invitation to the Glimmering Night. What about you? So what if you shot for Oriental Trend? You're still shut out by the modeling world." She deliberately pulled the invitation out of her bag to show it off. "All right, you don't even have an invitation, and now you don't even have a decent agent. Who's going to negotiate contracts for you?" Tang Ning didn't want to engage with her, but Mo Yuru was being too Xiaojong. So she smiled and retorted, "The judge's bed must be softer than Han Yufan's, huh?" Mo Yuru flinched, a flicker of panic in her eyes. Tang Ning chuckled and pushed past her. "You don't need to worry about my affairs. You should worry about spraying on more perfume to cover up the stench of your infidelity. How much longer do you think Han Yufan will remain blind?" Unable to retort, Mo Yuru could only curse Tang Ning viciously under her breath. After getting into the car, Tang Ning saw Long Jie's mysterious smile and asked, "What are you so happy about?" Long Jie chuckled darkly and said she was taking her somewhere special. They arrived at a luxury brand clothing store. Tang Ning asked, puzzled, "What are we doing here?" A deep, magnetic voice came from the VIP waiting area. "To get your battle attire, of course." Tang Ning turned around and was Jingshi to find her beloved husband, Mo Ting. He walked over and embraced her. "The organizers of Glimmering Night don't want you there, but I'm going to make sure you dazzle everyone. I forgot to tell you, I'm a mystery guest that night." After Tang Ning changed into the gown Mo Ting had custom made for her, he was once again captivated by her beauty. Caressing her face, he said, "I've secured the cover of TQ magazine. Their top editor will walk the red carpet with you as your escort." Looking at the man who was so thoughtful and considerate, Tang Ning's eyes welled up with emotion once again. Meanwhile, the despicable siblings, Han Yufan and Han Ruoxue, were plotting anew to suppress Tang Ning. Han Yufan suggested training a few models who resembled Tang Ning. They could capitalize on her popularity to launch their careers. Han Ruoxue smiled with satisfaction. She suddenly realized that her brother could be useful in crucial moments. The next day, Tang Ning learned that the gifts sent by her fans had been opened by company employees. Furious, she went to confront Han Yufan. As she reached the door, she overheard the siblings' scheme. Han Ruoxue had actually found a girl who looked like Tang Ning during the new talent selection competition. As the group of young models left the office, they brushed past Tang Ning. Han Ruoxue looked at Tang Ning with disgust. "What are you doing here?" Tang Ning threw the open gifts onto the desk. "Are you so broke after paying the penalty for breach of contract that you have to resort to opening my gifts?" She mocked. Han Ruoxue pointed at her and yelled, "Watch your tone." A model who's been rejected by Glimmering Night has no right to yell at company executives. Tang Ning stared at her and smiled coldly. "Am I really not invited?" Han Roashua stubbornly insisted, "Of course not." Han Yufan, gripping his pen, added, "Glimmering Night indeed did not invite you. Focus on your magazine shoot and stop dwelling on." Tang Ning didn't want to argue with them any longer. She warned them that if they dared to touch her belongings again, they could expect a lawyer's letter. At the same time, Mo Yuru was also diligently preparing to attend the awards ceremony, as it was crucial to her comeback. She reminded her assistant to keep a close eye on Tang Ning and prevent her from making any moves. Then, touching her belly, she made a difficult decision. "Also, secretly contact the hospital for me. After the awards ceremony, I'm going to get rid of this child." The despicable siblings and the scheming mistress had done everything they could to prevent Tang Ning from attending the most prestigious event in the modeling world, but they were about to be publicly humiliated once again. The host noticed that the popular Tang Ning hadn't arrived and voiced the audience's question. Han Roashua quickly interjected, "We notified Tang Ning, but unfortunately, she declined to attend the Night of Brilliance. Tianyi hopes that whatever her reasons are, she'll communicate them to us directly." Hearing this, the host understood. The rumors of Tianyi suppressing Tang Ning were indeed true. Just then, a sharp-eyed fan shouted, "Look, look, Tang Ning is here." The breathtakingly beautiful Tang Ning, escorted by Lin Weisin, the editor-in-chief of TQ magazine, was slowly walking towards the venue. Han Yufan and Han Roashua's faces instantly fell. They had torn up Tang Ning's invitation. How could she possibly be here? The host, eager for some drama, invited the pair to the signing wall. Lin Weisin stated bluntly, "Tang Ning is attending tonight as my guest." The organizers didn't send her an invitation. The stunned host stammered, "How could that be? Tang Ning is indeed on our invitation list." The invitations were sent through the artists' agencies. At this point, the host and the fans understood. Tianyi had deliberately prevented her from attending. Lin Weisin declared on the spot, "I cannot accept such blatant suppression of a talented model like Tang Ning. From now on, I will use all my resources to pave a new path for her." The despicable siblings muttered amongst themselves, blaming each other. Tang Ning must have planned this all along. Having failed to stop her today, they would find it even harder in the future. Mo Yuru, having tasted the sweetness of using underhanded tactics, had a sneer in her eyes. These siblings still underestimated Tang Ning, but it didn't matter. Since she could steal the top 10 award, she would eventually defeat Tang Ning one day. After finding their seats, Tang Ning sat next to the TQ editor-in-chief, while nearby sat a judge from the model selection. This man happened to be Mo Yuru's current target. The balding man, his eyes glued to Tang Ning's legs, kept trying to strike up a conversation with her, dropping hints. Tang Ning was awkwardly trying to figure out how to handle the situation when the TQ editor-in-chief, unable to stand it any longer, got up and switched seats with her, rescuing her from the uncomfortable situation. The balding man glared at Tang Ning. They were from the same company, yet she was acting all high and mighty, unlike Mo Yuru. Mo Yuru, sitting in the back row, had been silently observing their interaction. She realized the lecherous old man had set his sights on Tang Ning. If Tang Ning chose the same path as her, wouldn't she be stepped on again? Han Yufan, noticing her sweaty palms, asked worriedly, "What's wrong?" Mo Yuru pretended to be calm, just a little nervous. At that moment, the host excitedly announced the arrival of a mystery guest. It was none other than Mo Ting, the CEO of Hairue Entertainment, even more popular than the biggest stars. Tang Ning, like a starstruck fan, silently recited her husband's name. Tonight was also the first time they would appear together publicly. Mo Ting's speech after taking the stage was concise and powerful. Hairue's doors are always open for the true kings and queens. Their eyes met across the room. Tang Ning understood this was Mo Ting's encouragement to her. The CEO and his model wife, wearing matching outfits, subtly showed their affection. The observant hostess, noticing their connection, invited them to take a photo together. Almost everyone knew Mo Ting's aversion to those who used underhanded tactics for self-promotion. Just as they were waiting to see Tang Ning embarrassed, Mo Ting, to everyone's surprise, agreed. Tang Ning, looking at the envious and jealous gazes around her, figured since she would be gossiped about regardless, why refuse the opportunity to take a photo with Mo Ting? Standing together, they were a truly stunning couple, a perfect match. The host, smiling, asked them to move closer. Mo Ting naturally put his arm around his wife's shoulder, joking, "I can't get any closer, or I'll have to kneel on the washboard when I get home." Everyone in the audience was shocked. They hadn't realized the CEO was already married. Tang Ning whispered just loud enough for the